shrug.
Oh no. Welcome to Dungeons and Dinguses, my dudes. I am joined by the legal loquacious louts and our master GM, Sir Graham Wolf. Well, thank you to everyone in Discord that is here today. And last time, I have no idea what happened. So, Graham, how about you tell us what the hell happened last time?
Last time, we met two very the League of Loquacious Louts got two new party members as they lost two in the ever-fighting war in Hell, or the Abyss. We started off with Ragnar with his bounty. As he was creeping up on his bounty, not realizing that his bounty will one day become his party member. As he captured Jarl and took him to the Dragon's Temple to meet up with the head priest. That informed all of our compatriots that there's a dragon tablet to the south. Point of inspiration for whoever can tell me the town's name.
Hammerfell?
None your business, Phil.
Nice. There you go, Ed.
Dungeonburg.
Ed, you got a
Nice.
point of
Definitely.
inspiration.
I will take that.
Going to Hammerfell. So they leave out immediately as nothing else can happen. They need to go now. They go through the snowy capped mountains, coming up across a frozen lake. And they hear howling. And all of a sudden, a bunch of snow wolves come up here, and then they get ambushed by werewolves. Defeating the werewolves, one of the pups decides that he is going to follow Ragnar. And has been tailing Ragnar since Ragnar risked his own life jumping across a frozen wasteland to save this pup out of the kindness of his little dragon heart. So we left our adventurers waiting, wondering where they should go next. If you all would double click your tokens, it'll pop up the map that y'all were at.
Oh, that's right. Lumi's the size of a flipping house.
And Lumi is the size of a house
Oh my
right now.
gosh!
Too much mushroom cake to handle.
Not
No.
enough mushroom.
With that, they can either go to the south, or they can continue to try to find this tablet. Or they can go try to hunt down the rest of the werewolves. As one of the werewolves that they killed seemed to be a alpha of some kind. Whether they know that there's more werewolves or not, to the northwest, it is all up to them.
All other
So-
werewolves are betas compared to Varian.
League of Loquacious Louts, what do my dudes? As there is nobody else around here but y'all.
Can we just trip Varian into the snow just for fun?
But
like that.
make a strength check, Jarl?
Remember, you're not the character that you were before. You're not Bells. You have a
Yeah,
different
Jarrell.
relationship with the party now, okay? You gotta
Yeah,
remember
man.
that.
I don't know,
Different
he just-
relationship with party.
So wait,
I don't know. He just looks kind of trippable for some reason.
Oh, good
Ay, ay,
lord.
ay.
we should
Okay.
probably go ahead and go for the tablets. The wolf
Oh,
den,
wait.
though they can handle themselves.
I don't know. You probably could be able to take on those werewolves and find out where they came from.
What do you mean they're gonna handle themselves? Of course they're gonna handle themselves. They're gonna multiply by, doing all the doggy things. And then we're gonna be
Yeah,
up to our
but I mean-
balls in werewolves. You're gonna get nipped in the buttocks and you're gonna be like, oh, Varian, why are your friends and kin biting me bum?
I didn't have any problem with them. I'll say we leave them alone.
They were killing all of your friends, including that wee pup's parents.
If you think we should go for the werewolves, we can. But I'm just saying, when a deity gives you a quest, you should probably do it.
Gods
Oh,
are
so-
overrated?
So, when you talked about the pup's parents, it looked up at you, cocked its head, drooling as like its saliva, and then as it falls out of its mouth, it turns into icicles and just starts dropping. As this like mist, this frozen mist comes out of its mouth, and it's just wide open.
Can Varian walk over to the pup and look down and be like, you want to go kill your parents as your parents' enemies? Do you want to go kill your parents' enemies?
Hey, Venarian,
It
back
nips
off
at
of the
your,
pop.
it nips at your finger, and you feel this like ice crystallize over your finger, and your finger is now extremely, extremely cold. You've never felt cold like this in your life. It's so cold it's almost burning.
I proceed to suck my own finger while looking really pleased with myself.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
Wait, which character is this?
Popsicles.
Oh my god!
Is he okay? Like, is he always like this, guys?
I
I don't mind him. He's always just
Yes.
been a bit warm-blooded. You know him. He's been going to the baths, getting lost in the eyes of maidens. He's a fire genasi. He likes cold things from time to time. He's never had a popsicle before.
I've
Let's leave this up to
researched his
majority
kind,
vote.
and they're usually not like this.
All in favor for going to the werewolf den, raise your hand.
As long as he keeps his finger out of his mouth, we can go.
I don't know.
Alright.
but
Don't you want me for what I do with my thumb? With my finger?
The only reason to put your finger in your mouth is for the dream gravy. Remember, we've discussed this a lot in the past.
Did you bring it?
Oh my god.
Did you bring it?
Oh,
Did you
by
bring
the
it?
way,
Oh my.
so Kranich, did you want to pull that new item out of your bag that you've been working on?
I would love to.
Wait, what?
You mean the level 100 and nope?
Yeah, the level
Yeah,
100
I'm
nope.
level 100 now. Didn't y'all see the game?
Yeah, I totally saw it. He's
Come on.
my dude. He's got he's got 100 levels in asshat. We're stoked. We'll be fine.
Wait.
Don't be, my AC is going to be
An
huge.
asshat.
Did you not see the... Sorry, anyway, back...
So he started pulling
No, I did. I saw it.
these
I didn't-
pieces out of like they look to be like metal mixed with wood mixed with other different things that he could find, and he pulling these out of his bag, and he starts to attach what looks to be armor on. But this armor is weird. It has like gears and cogs in the shoulders, and he starts to put it on. And Kranich, you kind of can you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Can someone cue Back in Black from AC/DC right now? I feel like we're about to have an Iron Man moment.
What did I do?
I was thinking the same thing.
27, boss.
As you go to step, it kind of lags for a minute, but you kind of get in the hang of it. Kranich, you are now about 6'8" in height, and you are now wearing a suit of mech armor.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's Iron Man D&D.
Well, I couldn't let Blue over there be taller than me, okay?
Blue is still taller than you.
Blue?
Oh, sorry, Big Blue.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
Doesn't
Um,
it?
Yeah,
And
Big Dingus
I'm
Blue.
gonna call him
unlike
Bluey
Iron
from
Man,
now
where his
on.
is in the center of his chest, that glows. Apex is so Kranich's armor actually has a line that goes down and hits in the middle and then goes out, and then so it's this big X that is glowing, and all the joints are glowing, and it looks to be like little zaps of electricity going in between the shoulder plates and the rest of the armor, and then where it hits his elbow, once he bends, the electricity ropes extend out, and then he goes back and they shrink.
Hey, copying me. I'm the one that has the lightning armor. Copycat.
Ah, yeah, saying he's got an
Yeah,
extendable weenus.
That's
By
called
the
the
way-
Giga Chat attachment. We only bring that up when we're really in trouble.
The cod piece looks to be a little big for his size, though. Like he's
I think-
compensating for something.
Dude, that's what I was about to say.
He is compensating. The cod piece is a little big for Krennic's stature.
Just for fun, I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy with a loud voice on our good friend that's talking about this right now.
What?
Oh,
Huh?
what?
What's happening?
No. No.
Wait, you're telling him no, he can't cast thaumaturgy on the cod piece? Why not?
Wait, he's okay. So you're trying to make someone have a loud voice?
Oh yeah, as they're
Okay.
talking about this cod piece to make it
Okay.
sound like he's also compensating with his voice too.
Krennic,
Like
your
a
voice gets
megaphone?
louder. Your voice gets louder and deeper. As, by the way, I need everybody to roll me a perception check.
Why?
And
Why?
Ragnar, because you're from this area, you get advantage on this.
Sweet. Oh, I'll put it. Okay. I got
Remember
you.
to click the ADV button. That gives you advantage.
I did. Perception. There you are.
Is the perception?
You have to do plus the total. That right?
No, just roll. It's in your skills tab.
Yeah.
Hit ADV. Go to your
Yep.
skill tab and drag and drop. It'll add everything for you.
And here we go.
Oh, perception check. Oh, Dingus. Oh.
Wow, with a 12? Okay, it's gonna be one of those nights, and that's with advantage. Okay, alright.
Could be worse. It could have been 2 1s.
Oh, with
If you
advantage?
roll-
Yeah, with
No,
advantage.
no. He gets
Just
advantage.
MVK.
Yeah, I get advantage. Because
If you
I know
rolled a
they're
10 or
later.
higher, you start seeing snow falling from the mountaintops. Ragnar, you know this to be an avalanche.
Okay, everyone, we need to go. There's an avalanche about to happen.
And it's coming from the north.
North. Okay, you know what? We're not going to the werewolf's den, all right? Because that's supposed to be northwest. We're going south. We're going to the tablet. We're listening to everybody. Move it. Let's go.
Sounds good to me.
Vane doesn't see the avalanche, but proceeds to just blindly follow Ragnar while scribbling something down, and he's saying his poem out loud. In the realm of steel and gear so grand, where love fire burns a molten strand, there lies a tale of passion and might, of Kranit's mecha codpiece shining bright.
So, who is all like running at full speed?
I mean, it's an avalanche. Wait, could we just all get on the dragon? Except for well, actually,
No.
can I go on top of Shroomy?
Who is all running at full speed?
Shroomy could just.
I
Krennic.
mean, I
Shroomy can
just
carry
wanted
us.
to slide
We are
to,
running.
2, 3. If you are running at full speed, please roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's
I
right,
mean-
because
Okay. All right.
I just roll me a dexterity
he
saving
just
throw.
wants us to frickin' fall on our butts, dude.
What's this roll? What's this roll? Come on, baby.
Dexterity saving
12
throw.
for the. I hate rolls.
Dude, what the hell is going on here?
I reset my die too.
If you rolled a 10 or lower, as soon as you hit the ice, you start sliding like a penguin.
Nice one, bruv.
Can I do like an athletics check to see if I can like Lumi's gonna try to like run and like kick him since he's sliding. Lumi wants to try to kick him off his
yes!
stomach.
Oh my word.
Yes, punt him.
Yes,
Punt him.
I will allow
I
that.
would like to roll for punting my friends.
Yeah, do it.
All right, let's go.
Oh, that's what tonight's gonna be.
Wait.
That's a 16 to punt, coach.
Let's go.
Let's go, dude.
No.
So you see Lumi, this big mushroom, boom, 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 blink, and kicks Vane, and making him slide even further across the ice.
Consider yourself
Oh my
punted, my
word.
friend. Fail.
Making him slide even further across the ice as she just punts him.
So that's 2 members of our party down in
And-
the
and-
basically
hey,
boosted
if we're
Vane
doing that-
and the
if we're doing that, I want an athletics check to jump on top of Shroomy because she's still like giant. No?
No.
What do you mean no?
Lumi's not a mount, you dingus.
I mean, you can try, but I've
Oh, but
got
Vane
moss
could be.
on
He's
me.
flat on his face right now.
Oh, well, never mind. Well, I mean, I'm not.
The moss might make it a little difficult.
Yeah,
You could try
if
this.
you did that, you would have to roll at disadvantage.
That's fair. All right.
Vane's doing what all Northerners do. They become a toboggan, my dude.
What does that even mean?
It's a
What do you
sled for
mean?
weird people in the north.
Oh.
As you all get across, as y'all start running, the snow just starts falling and rolling, and it stops about midway through the ice. And y'all finally think you're safe, and then all of a sudden, the second wave comes.
Oh,
Don't we have that really dope house that we can set up not like in the middle of combat that can just like tank whatever?
Y'all don't have enough time to just pop
don't-
open a house and get
This
inside it.
avalanche, my dude. Like we gotta just. It's like another. It's like another train. It's like
And
another
Y'all
avalanche.
finally, as it keeps coming, you'll finally get to the other end, the land, as the snow kind of hits y'all in the back. Not hard enough to make y'all topple over or anything like that. Just kind of there, as Vane.
Yes.
Being on the ground, you get covered in snow as your head just pops out of the snow, and that's it. That's all they see is your head.
Can I pull? Can I
Nailed it.
pull? Can I pull this? Like, can I pull him up out of the ground?
What, by my head?
Grab him by the
like,
hair.
Yeah. I want to grab him by the hair and just like. pluck
I'm
him
not
up.
some
Like a-
radish
like a
for you to
mandrake?
pull out of the bloody snow, you giant blue dragon wormling.
Roll me
I
a
wanna pull him up.
strength check. Roll me
Oh,
a strength check.
absolutely. Strength check, easy money. Easy money.
Easy money.
Oh
Easy
yeah,
money.
you just yank him out and just kind of you yank him a little too hard and kind of throw him over your shoulder. Man,
Can I
please roll me a
describe what
dexterity
happens to
saving-
Vane's body as he pulls him out of the snow?
Roll me a
Yes.
dexterity saving throw, and then I'll let you describe it.
Oh my god, just no, describe what the, yeah, oh my god. All right, sweet, cool, we're good.
There you go.
So
You'll land on your feet, but go ahead and
Yeah.
describe it.
good.
As Ragnar wrenches my head out of the ground, all of the back pain that I've been experiencing laying on, gravel, dirt, roots, the bottoms of dungeons, he just wrenches my spine into place and I let out a huge fart of relief as if my insides finally have just realigned and there's this massive glow coming from this semi-angelic human being and I go, oh, right. Well, that's where all the rubbish has been stored. Thanks for setting me straight, mate.
Oh my god.
goodness.
Someone quick, get a bottle. We can use it for fuel.
Wait, we have.
Who is watching this and who is looking around?
Lumi is
I'm
not
looking
watching
around.
I
this.
mean,
I'm
the one
watching
that-
this
I'm the one-
unfold in
I'm
disgust
the
and
one that
amazement.
did it. I'm the one that did it, so I'm there.
Okay,
involved.
Jaro,
looking
can you
around.
please make me a perception check?
Can Ragnar also make
Yeah.
some sort of con saving
Might as
throw
well.
because he's in the middle of the gas?
What?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Ragnar, make me
Does
a
he-
Constitution saving throw
Oh, yeah,
to prevent from like upchucking,
Oh my god.
because it's bad. Like anybody that is around Ragnar, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, you gaseous snow carrot.
You absolute. You know what?
You absolute goober.
Ragnar, you kind of like, that like burp, like that kind of throws a little bit of vomit in your mouth and kind of swallow it down. Like it's not quite the greatest thing in the world. That's what you do, but it's not enough to make you just like puke. But it's enough to make you go.
Oh, that's right. Varian's nearby, but he's breathing deep.
Congratulations, you're making me gag, you freaking nasty blood.
Oh no.
So, as you look around, you notice that there's an entire village watching this,
Oh no.
looking at y'all. Like, what the hell just happened?
That's first impression of a party.
Vane pulls out his lute and immediately begins to play this song.
Oh.
Oh, this should be good.
Oh my god.
It's lovely to meet you, my friends. I don't know what's been coming at me end. I'm sorry that you had to see that. I don't know what's gonna happen now. Just don't repeat that. All right, everyone, can we move on, please? I might have soiled me britches.
Here, let me help you with that song
Hello,
there.
friends. My name is Lumi. I have a friend. He brought out
That's
his lip
why
because he
you,
made a big toot.
Ragnar, you should look at me to be one of those chiropractors, right? I don't know if they experience people farting, but I know massage therapists do all the time.
You do notice, by the way, these are dwarves that you are.
Also, they're
now
not
looking
amused.
They're either extremely amused or not amused at all. There's no in between here.
Can I walk up to the dwarves?
At. Go
Get away
ahead.
from the gas cloud. All
I'm
right.
just doing the same as right now.
Hello, friends.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you. I know what you just saw seemed very chaotic and just crazy, but if you could, we just ran away from not one but 2 avalanches. My buddy just shit his pants. He needs new clothes, and also, you know, we can tell you about our adventure, and we're going to, you know, we could use shelter as well.
You look like a bunch of bumbling idiots.
Well, I'm telling you right. Okay, well, now you did it. Now you did it.
What's Ragnar's intelligence score?
15.
Dang, he's smart too, to boot. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Ragnar's a beast. Like, you should see, like, his stats are. He's a beast.
Yeah. It's yeah.
I mean, I'm here
Look,
for it.
I know we don't look the most impressive of bunch. Trust me. When I first joined this group, I had more questions. But
5 minutes
I'm
ago.
telling you right now, we just fought off some werewolves down there. And if you have that werewolf problem, maybe we can talk and discuss somewhere not outside.
Are your titties cold?
They're as hard as ice, and I could use some mead.
What are you talking about your nipples?
Shut up, Bud! We're not. I'm sorry about my friend.
Is that
I know
stick
he's-
through your thing there, sir?
You just
The
call
first
him
question
Barn?
is,
No, I said
why
Bart
do you have a
Cranston.
mushroom as big as a house?
Well,
And why is it wearing overalls?
Uh,
Hey, Shirley, they want to know why you got clothes on and why you got a dagger and why you're so giant.
I'm aware. I can hear him.
that's looming
name's
through the mushroom.
Shirley. I have a knife. I am a mushroom. You should know me. I'm from the mountain on the inside. I was a mushroom, and then it was like, oh, you're no longer a mushroom, you now have legs. And then the mushroom people started working with the dwarves, and then the dwarves were like, oh, mushroom people, this is so cool. And so then we started making our own towns by the dwarf towns in the mountains. Because we're mushroom people, and the dwarves think we're cool, and we work with them. It's like a whole thing, you know?
Well, there's no mushrooms here. So,
Well, you're...
Oh, bugger!
I don't know what to tell
anyways.
you. I was gonna be mean, and I decided against it for my
Do you
own
have a
safety.
tavern for
Oh,
us that we could shelter so that we may take some rest?
Not here. In the main city there is, but that's a 2-day walk.
2
Wanna
day.
hang out with us?
All right. Well, what if you don't mind me asking, what brings you lot out here?
We live here.
Okay. All right.
saw that one coming.
This is gonna be good.
There's
Was
a
you
village
hunting?
right there.
Was
right
you
there.
going for a walk? Don't go to be a smartass about it, dwarf.
I'm just gonna kind
Mountain.
of point out the houses down there.
Mining.
To, our good
This
friend.
is a mining village. And you now see that there's a giant hole in this mountain.
So,
Was that
just
there
learn to-
before?
You're a really observant lot, aren't you?
I mean, look, there's been a lot going on. All right, like I said, we just got an encounter with werewolves, 2 avalanches, mind you, which you're probably used to around here.
Well,
Alright.
whoever decided they were going to scream and talk about a codpiece should have been a little bit more quiet.
Yeah, we have a
We heard that from here, so we expected somebody was going to be here, but, and I want to say, I've never seen someone slide on ice quite like your friend over there did.
I'm quite talented, if you wouldn't believe it.
To be fair, he only stood like that because I kicked him.
It is an interesting book, but I promise you, if you just point us in the right direction, we'll be out of your way.
Well, nightfall's about to hit, and the last thing you want to be is
Lost in the middle
moving
of nowhere
around.
in a blizzard in the pitch black, I think is the best.
Is there shelter that you can possibly provide for me and my friends? I can assure you that we can pay if necessary.
But I
Oh,
got
come on. We haven't had guests in a while. You can stay at my place, but don't fuck it up, and anybody pulls weapons, you're all dead.
Fair enough. All right. Hey, everyone! Do not pull out your weapons. They gave us shelter.
Pull out my weapon, and I pull out a knife.
How am I supposed to pee if I can't pull out my weapon?
I was waiting for that.
That's your other weapon. Look, behave.
They're dwarves.
No.
They're the same size. Look at my codpiece. One of them can fit inside of this thing.
He's the one with the cock piece. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and head into the village right now. Yep, pitter patter. Let's go.
So as he leads y'all, you notice he's kind of walking on a cane, has a slight limp, and he's just walking through this. It looks only to be like 12 buildings, but you see a lot of railroad tracks with carts going through the town and going into the mountain and out. You also see what looks to be a large warehouse. And what's weird is you see what looks that would be a stable, but there's not horses in the stable.
Please say goats. Please say goats.
They're owl bears.
Hell yeah!
There looks to be about 12 of them.
Excuse me, Dwarf, real quick. I didn't get your name. My name is Ragnar. It's nice to meet you, by the way, and I appreciate you giving us shelter. What is your name?
The name's Krog.
Grog.
Krog.
Krog.
Okay. Krog.
Krog. Those owlbears over there, how many you have?
Last time I checked, we had 12 of them. They're really
12?
good at pulling carts.
Are they for sale by any chance?
Are you sure about that, Vane?
You
Having
wanna
Are
buy
you
one of
kidding
the
me?
owl bears?
Can you imagine just a giant lad of a man like myself with wings crawling around on an owlbear, regaling people of our epic tales?
You have to forgive my friend. I'm sure that you don't have any for sale considering the village.
Oh,
and,
listen.
Would you stop apologizing on my behalf?
I run this village, and we mine the mountains for gold. Take care of our families that are in the city. Money. Everything has a cost. Everything's for sale if you're willing to pay the price.
How
Well,
much are you willing to possibly sell one of these owlbears for?
10,000 gold pieces, and and one of them's yours.
well, it looks like you're out of luck, lad.
We could always sell Vane.
We could sell Vane.
I'm not for sale, and these two just joined us.
And listen, and I'm not saying just in gold. I'm talking anything that comes close to being worth.
No.
So what
No.
about his services? He's really good with his hands.
He can also sing you to sleep if you really want him to.
The dwarf
He
kind of
plays the lute with them, you know?
As
That's
Lumi
what he
says that you're
does.
really
He plays
good
the instruments.
he said that you're really good with your hands, so he's gonna take your hand, like snatch your hand from your lute, and look at your hand and go, "Not enough calluses."
Didn't know that dwarves
But
liked
if
it
you
that
want
rough.
a real party trick,
Wait,
have the little
wait,
puppy over there
wait,
nibble on his finger. He's
wait.
got some he can show you.
Wait.
We're
I'm
trying
gonna
to sell
take some
Vane.
of my moss from my cap and be like, here you go, Mr. Dwarf. What about some grade A quality moss?
Really?
How's that for you?
Are you trying to offend me now?
No.
Can Lumi make their moss psychedelic?
This moss?
Oh,
This
no,
moss will
God.
The moss
literally
is
make you
psychedelic.
trip crazy like, you know?
I think we're good.
I think you'd be great if you had some
So
of my
you
moss,
get to like the
though.
fourth house in. It's one of the bigger houses, and he opens the door, and heat just radiates out of this building. Like it melts the freaking like the snow off of the stairs.
Man, this feels like Avernus a little bit.
Terrifying.
Listen,
I
let's say
mean,
that the better.
Avernus. What do you know about Avernus?
Well, I am a cleric, for God's sakes. I would know what the Nine Hells are.
Brunch.
What do you know about Avernus?
A little bit here and there from research I've had to do through books of the...
Roll me a history check to see how much you actually know about Avernus, Mr. Cleric. He's not impressed.
Whoop, whoop,
As when you
whoop,
walk into the building,
whoop.
What?
you see a freaking statue of Zariel on his mantle.
That's
You also notice the fire in his fireplace seems to be a little hotter than normal fire. And as he takes his jacket off from the snow, you see a glowing centerpiece in his chest.
Not to pry, but Croc, what's that in your chest?
Infernal engine.
You have
Oh, what?
come again?
Infernal engine.
Which brings me right back to a what?
So are you like part of the machine?
Not exactly.
But like you have an engine like vroom vroom, right?
Not exactly.
If we're prying too much, please do tell.
Or don't. You
It's
can
a
just
very-
listen to the questions,
It's a very
that's fine.
dark past of mine.
Right, so it's probably something we shouldn't pry, everyone.
I'm not
And
prying,
by the
I'm
way,
just asking him questions. It's different.
You notice when he took off his jacket, he doesn't have a shirt on. You see the scars from being whipped and beaten all across his body.
Would I know anything about this? Just wondering.
Roll me another history check.
Just because I am, you know.
I'm gonna.
You know that they are probably from a cat of nine tails. That's about it.
I wanna roll a history too. Yeah. I wanna take a look at it. Nope, never mind.
Pranic. Being from the future, you've seen a lot of this. You know what an infernal engine is. One of your great friends had one in his chest before it melted his insides.
Oh. Oh, all right.
You don't know how to get one. You just know the way that they get them is very painful, but it makes them freaking beasts in the battlefield.
You gonna share with us?
You also know that even in your time, the blood war is still going on.
So, how long have you been a miner?
All my life.
It's a very interesting that you have one. You know, considering all the scars. Are you sure you weren't a fighter somewhere? Any interesting stories there?
One can have two different jobs.
Sure.
Not to break this up, but do you have anything to drink, Krog?
Wow.
What?
The barrel over there. Grab as much as you wish.
Thank you very much.
I'm over here trying to learn about this life story, and you're like, oh, I gotta get a beer. Rude.
It's not the best. It's not the best ale. It's cheap, but it's easy to make.
Much obliged.
So how
You've been
long
leaving
have you been
everyone.
here then?
Rude.
That's a good question.
Can Vane walk over to Krog and make a persuasion check to essentially to ask him to tell us his story as to why he's been, whipped and beaten and why he has an infernal engine in him?
Go ahead. Give me a persuasion check. Roll it again with advantage. I'll give you advantage on this one.
Been getting boo hockey rolls recently.
I was gonna say I have good charisma. Okay. Well,
there you
All
go.
right.
That'll do it.
I'm the bard, bud.
I mean,
You might all want to get a drink for this one.
See, that's why I asked. Thank you.
Hey, blue one over there. The small cask next to the big barrel.
Yeah.
Dump that in the big barrel and bring me the entire cask.
Okay.
You notice it does have a handle on it. And this is a barrel that's probably as big as your torso is.
Wow.
This could be one of those nights. All right. Yeah. Ragnar, pours it in, does what he says, and brings it on over.
And he takes it and goes, I'll be with you in a minute. And just starts to leans back, slams it on the ground, and you notice it is empty.
One
You
of
need
these
to teach
days,
Vane that trick.
I want to learn that trick as well.
And you notice the look on him. He's still stone cold sober.
Can't get
Well,
drunk, can you? With that infernal engine in your chest, can you?
I haven't been able to enjoy the finer things of life in over a decade.
That's a real tragedy.
Actually, more like 4 decades.
Did you make it? Your decision was to be a miner out here. Did you leave a life behind, or? It seems like you might be the most qualified to defend this entire town.
The story started when I was a child. Well, before that, my mother was taken by a group of Dugor down into the Underdark. And beaten, sold into slavery. Her soul was sold to the gates of Avernus for the Blood War. Little did they know that she was carrying a child. So I grew up in Avernus. And one day, a demon approached me and said that they could give me wealth and power as long as I followed him. I was always very strong, abnormally strong for a child of my age. So I told him I would. Because he also promised that he would bring my mother back. As a child, I was foolish. So he brought me to a man that he calls the Doctor. And he told me it wouldn't hurt at all. That knocked me out. I woke up, and I was hotter than fire. I was able to forge weapons with just my hands, without a furnace. I was able to break through rock like it was nothing. So I started to be trained as a combatant for his bloody war. And I fought. Until one day, a succubus came to me and told me she would give me great power to overthrow the one that had me chained. And I agreed. And so she became my patron. Little did I know that I would never be able to drink or eat again, nor feel the touch of a lover. And the worst part about it is until I kill Zariel, I cannot die.
Well, we also have a friend that's really hot too. If you really want to touch him, I think he'll like it.
Wait,
I promise you, nothing is hotter than me.
Who is Varian?
Zariel.
Well, Zariel.
She is a demon killer. She's a devil. Do you know much about the Blood War?
I'm gonna roll a history check.
By the
I
way,
don't know shit about the.
hold on, before you roll your history check.
Well, I did read. Well,
Who is your patron?
mine?
Yeah, what god do you follow?
That is an excellent question.
Would your character follow a draconic god?
Oh yeah, that's true.
You want a draconic god of good or draconic god of evil? Being a blue dragonborn, you'd be more likely to follow Tiamat.
Okay, then we'll go with that.
If you follow Tiamat, you know about the fucking Blood War.
Okay.
You know that the Blood War is versus the demons and devils.
Yeah.
So
I do know about the Blood War actually.
it's different from knowing about it and fighting in it.
You yourself fought in it.
Yes. That's why they gave me the Infernal Engine.
That was your task. That was your purpose.
To be Zariel's bitch. Do as
Do you
she
know where-
commands.
Do you know where Zariel's at now?
In hell. In Avernus. It's not a place you want to go.
Now, one day, maybe we'll just make a pit
See,
stop.
I've heard about you adventures. I heard that some of y'all went to the Abyss.
Not
You
our
thought that was hell? Wait till you go to Avernus. Wait till you go to the real hell.
I'm quite alright not making a trip, but if it means, we've been sent by a high priest to find this draconic tablet. Do you have any idea what they're talking about? We were sent this direction. We almost made a pit stop to solve a problem with werewolves, which it seems like you might be having a problem. I don't know if you've had any issues recently, but no, we're looking for a tablet, but if it has to
you
do
mean
with
the humanoid freaking wolf things that I just take by their jaw and snap them in half?
Well, no need to brag, but yeah, I mean they weren't that much of a problem, but I just wanted to make sure
Not
you're
a
aware of
problem
them.
here. I'm aware.
I'd say it's
They
pretty
leave
well
us alone.
funded.
We leave them alone.
See, I told you it was all good.
They tend to, the werewolves around here tend to just feed on other wolves.
Well, that's the problem I have right there. As you can see, and Ragnar's gonna point down into his wolf pup. I'll save this little one over here. So,
I'd
by
be
any
careful.
case,
I'd be careful. Listen, taking a wolf out of its natural habitat and trying to domesticate it is not easy.
Yeah, I was going to ask
you can take
Ragnar,
him out
do
of
you
it.
have much experience with handling animals?
Oh boy, we're about to go and right. Oh boy, I'm good. Ragnar's gonna drink some more real quick. Well.
But I wasn't finished with my story.
Yeah, but you continue. Yeah.
By all means,
sorry.
continue.
Yeah. We don't have to dive into mine. Yeah.
See, in Avernus, If you disobey a direct order, you get beat, slashed. And depending on how well, and then if you go against Zaria, she sells you to the slave markets. And that's where I became a miner.
Wait, so are you still a slave technically right now?
No, because, like I said, my patron saved me. She bought me.
You still live under her sway, a succubus.
I do.
So, not to be rude, but if we go to sleep this evening, we're not going to wake up with a bunch of infernal succubi around us, are we?
No.
Is he telling the truth?
No, you can't tell that you don't think he's lying.
Okay.
Listen, I ran away to here. I haven't been found yet. Doesn't mean she doesn't know where I am. I think she just wishes to freaking see me suffer.
Let's be honest, Wolf. I'm gonna make this blunt. As long as you have that infernal engine inside of you, you will always be a slave.
But I can't rip it out. I've tried.
Well, with that being said, we do appreciate the shelter. And to answer your question, by the way, my good friend Vane, I had to grow up and survive off the land ever since I was a child. No parents, no friends. Out in the wilderness all by myself. Learn how to fight, learn how to survive, learn how to meet one with the animals.
I was referring to your animal handling. And it's actually a skill.
Well, I mean, oh,
So
my animal handling, like, I'm not proficient in, but I mean, it's still.
It's okay.
Like,
I was like, that's what I was worried about.
well, I mean, I was going all in for it, you know. I mean,
he grabs his jacket. You're more than welcome to stay at my home, but I have work to do. And he walks out the house.
Can Vane follow him for a moment?
About your tablet. The only draconic tablets I've ever seen are in Avernus.
Sounds like we're about to have an adventure over
Our
there.
priest, one of the priests in the main city, says that there's a tablet in their cellar, but I don't believe it. As he then walks out, and yes, you can follow him if you wish.
Vane follows him outside and catches up with him and says, pardon me, but do you mind if I write a ballad of your story?
Do what you wish.
I have one more question if you don't mind.
Ask away.
If you've been to Avernus, can you help us find an entrance to it, or is there a way that you know that we could get to it? Because this task...
Why in the bloody hell would you want to go to Avernus?
We've been tasked with finding a draconic tablet, and this is the only lead that we've been had. We didn't expect anyone, at least of all yourself, you know, like a skilled miner and fighter, to know about any of these things.
If you want to go to Avernus, I will take you.
Well, at your own leisure. We're not.
But I will not take you until I feel that you are ready. I have a task for you.
Name it.
There's a dragon up on top of the hill. Slay it and bring me its head.
Vane reaches out and extends his hand in a sign of respect and agreement. It says, "By
This
your
dragon
word."
has an infernal engine in its chest as well. It has been spying on me. So, kill it. And bring me the whole fucking dragon.
It'll be kind of rough to bring.
I'm pretty sure.
You're not out there. Y'all aren't out there.
We're not there, Nor.
Oh.
Bring me the whole fucking dragon.
By my
You
word
have
as
to
a bird.
go through the mines. It'll get you to the top. But be careful. There's some closed off ways, and that's the ways you have to take, and there's reasons why we closed them off.
Do you by any
But
chance
I
have
am
a
not
map?
going to tell you them.
I understand it's
Yeah.
a task. It's a trial then.
He hands you the map and goes, "That's as much of it as we have drawn. Get there, kill the dragon, and bring it back. And I will say, I will take you to Avernus. But I would go into the main town tomorrow morning first. And you will see my go to the armory shop. It's called Vendella's. That is my wife. Tell any other shop that Krog sent you, and they will armor you and get you ready for battle. But other than that, your skills is all you can use."
By my word, I will see it done and I will write of your tale.
Do as you wish.
He extended his hand to shake his hand and said, "Thank you very much for your story. I'm sorry for all
And
that's befallen you."
as you shake his hand, he disappears.
What?
Like fades
None of you guys see this,
into snow.
right?
No, they don't. None of them see
Oh,
them.
thank
He
you.
literally just fades, and then snow starts to fall.
Vane starts to tear up a little bit and realizes just how sad of a tale it is that he's heard, and turns back around and walks back into the home.
Oh, come on! Grab some ale. Let's rest up after battle.
I don't think most of you will actually recognize will believe what I just saw, but our good friend just vanished after shaking my hand after telling him his tale. We also have we finally have a lead. Aranis, I think that we're not supposed to pursue anything south to any of these towns. We're actually supposed to go to Avernus. We have to go back to hell. But before we do,
That's helpful.
we have to go up into a mountain, through a mine, with this map, and he points it out, and he pulls out the map. We have to find a dragon with an infernal engine in its chest, bring back its head and the engine to the town in
Yeah,
order...
just go ahead and bring him the entire dragon.
The entire dragon. Only then will he show us the gate to Avernus. Besides that, I think that the lovely thing is that our good host has probably spread some word about us. We'll be able to get to an armorer and any other sort of requirements that we need for our journey. I don't think we're well equipped right now to even attempt this journey. We need to go and stock up on supplies and potentially new armor and new weapons. I don't know if we're ready for this.
Killing a dragon.
It's not the same as your kin, Ragnar. This is, I think we're about to fight either a white dragon or potentially a black one.
Might want to get more research on that. And
Well, he
figure out
didn't
what's
tell us
going
what.
on with
He didn't tell me what it was. He just disappeared he turned into snow of all things.
that. Turned into snow.
Yeah, I'm not having you about, mate. I haven't had anything to drink this entire weekend. He turned into snow, so I think that we should probably get some sleep and then go into
you're
town.
Telling us we need to go to the main city.
No, not the
And
main
then-
city, mate. We have to go into town. The one that we're in. His wife apparently is actually the owner of the armorers, and we need to resupply, and we need to really think about how we're going to approach it, because none of us have ever dealt with a dragon before.
Do we not even want to consider the fact that if we go to the main city, that there might be a tablet there?
I mean, didn't
Do we wanna
Krug
get
say
the
something about?
He said it was
possibly
a
one
bunch of
being in there?
rubbish, is what he said. That's how he felt about it. But we just met him.
I don't know. I've definitely fought a dragon before. It's really easy. It'll be fine.
I like Lumi's pluck, my friends. This will be a good tale to tell everyone, and we'll get to finally see what Ragnar and Jarl can really do. I'm not talking down to you, Ragnar. And he actually,
you're not.
he goes
You're
over and he
looking
refills
up.
the cask that was the big barrel and says, "Now, here, it's time for you to show us that trick that Krog
Oh,
did."
and by the way, when you go to the big barrel's full.
What, you want me to choke all of this?
Wait, Ragnar.
No, like
I
the
think it's
big barrel that you put the keg inside. That keg took about a quarter of the barrel. The big barrel is now full again.
Krog. I
Like
think
you
this is
didn't take anything out of it.
this might be a magic barrel, Krog. I mean, Ragnar.
Wait, you're telling me
It's
that
a
we can just
bottomless
keep drinking?
refillable. It might be a bottomless refillable barrel.
Well,
It's a drinking game, then, mates. Who's ready to have a party?
I'm down.
I'm gonna sit here and watch.
Does anybody try to move the barrel?
No.
I want to.
I will.
I want to pick it up and chug it like Krog.
Give me a strength check.
Roger that.
Like the big barrel, like the big one, right?
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I'd like to re-roll because my rolls are digitally
You
messed
can
up.
try again.
No.
I like to admit that the digital rolls are not accurate, DM.
Would you like me to roll for you? Would you like me to roll for you?
What's up?
You rolled a natural 20. What's your pluses? Plus 9?
Yeah.
Can I cast guidance on this?
Yeah. It's plus 9.
Yeah. Yeah, you can cast guidance.
Yes.
Roll a
yes,
D-
give me
roll a D-
guidance.
Roll a d4.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Good. Look, I might not be a barbarian anymore, and I might be a fighter, but still, like, a man.
Okay, so roll your d4.
Oh, me roll a d4?
Yep.
Where is the d4? There you are.
Sorry. I just thought it'd be funny to cast guidance with it.
Hooray!
Dang!
30, 31, 32, 33. It does not move.
Oh.
With a 33, it does not move.
Then Vane looks to Ragnar and says, "Well, clearly, Ragnar, we're not going to be able to be able to lift it. But last person to come up blustering loses." And he
Hold on, Lumi, what do you got?
Giant Lumi would like to pick up the barrel
What? You're gonna break
and
the
dump it
house.
on top of him.
Time out.
All right, go.
Time
Try to
out.
pick it. She can try to pick it up.
What? Giant. What? There's a house. Let me visualize this for everybody. House, shroomy. House, shroomy. We're not destroying the man's house.
Lumi's
Lumi.
inside.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
That's what I'm.
You can't even pick it up.
I know I can't. My strength is actually really bad.
Infernal engine. Like that's the reason, man.
It does not budge.
I know. I
But-
just really wanted to, you know.
You continue to
Blasted
dump.
infernal engine. He's
You
cheating.
dump your glasses in and you drink, and then once it gets halfway back up, you go back to the barrel and it's full again.
Oh my gosh. Wait. Can we buy this from him?
Where would you even want to keep that?
Uh,
There we
in
go.
our-
Are you
in
going
our-
to carry it? Because it doesn't look like you can carry
the
it.
way-
Are you going to just carry it? Hmm?
Ragnar, you've lifted some really heavy stuff,
yeah.
and you look at the barrel, it doesn't look to be bolted down. Like you dunk your hand in the barrel to see if there's like bolts or
No!
anything.
No, that's that. No, my germs. No, I'm not gonna do that to Ale. Party foul.
It doesn't look like it's bolted down. It just looks like it's
Right.
continuously sealed in place. You cannot move it. You can't even slide it.
It's that blasted infernal engine, I tell you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Mr. Future Man. Grenard. Oh, wait, never mind. I forgot. What? Does anybody know about these infernal engines?
I think the only one of us that knows anything truly is Chronic.
I wouldn't
Kranich,
bother.
You don't.
Chronic
you
seems
don't even
indisposed.
Indeed.
You don't even really know.
Well, All right, well, let's just enjoy the drinking. Well, in that case, I'm gonna be merry. We got battle. Let's just drink. Now, you want to drink contest, me and you, Vane?
Well, I'm pretty sure I'll try and have a drinking contest with you, but I'm not sure I'll win. I think Varian might actually be able to outdrink you, though.
Is that your insane side?
Are y'all really about to have a drinking contest right now?
Varian looks over and says, I'm not interested. And he walks deeper into the house and he proceeds to lay down and fold his hands over his chest and try and go to sleep.
So the house is just at one giant room. There's no separate rooms. It's just one big building.
Is there multiple beds for us, or like?
There looks like to be like cots on the floor.
Yeah.
Like they're actual cots.
Yeah.
And then there's one master bed.
Okay, that makes sense.
Can Lumi sleep outside?
In the snow.
Well, yeah, I'm giant, so.
You can fit in the house. You'll be fine.
Can't you shrink?
Not anymore.
No, actually, she's now only a large size creature.
Wait, so
her
this
spell
conversation she hasn't heard because we've been inside the house.
I've
She's been in the house.
I've been inside, yeah.
You
was
sleep.
just memeing.
You can sleep outside if you wish.
No, it's okay.
So
I don't want to
But-
die.
All right.
right.
So are y'all
Not
drinking?
cold, at least. I want to die in a cool way. Not from freezing to death. That's not cool.
So you spend a night of drinking, and you all wake up in the morning.
Okay.
You walk out the house, and it's a ghost town. No one's there. This house had lights and fires and big. Like there should be somebody, but you hear nothing. You don't even hear the. You don't even see the owl bears.
Just to clarify,
Rocky Road
Grim,
again.
I would like
Yeah.
to.
Yes.
you did, in the previous conversation, you did mention that there was an armory here, right? Did I mishear?
No, it's in the main city.
Main
up-
city.
It is in the
Up
main
over
city.
the hill.
Okay.
Yes, it's up and over the hill.
Okay.
And
Can I
But-
roll perception?
Yeah, go for it.
It's gonna be crap, but I'm not proficient. Oh, that's what! Let's go,
Holy
baby! Let's go!
Moses.
Let's
Now-
go!
There we go, MVK.
I don't get nat 20s. I get nat 1s, so this is a W in my book.
So you not only notice that there's no one here, you notice that the carts are like rusted to the
Rust.
tracks. Yeah, they've been sitting out in the weather that long that like the carts don't even move. Like they're rusted to the tracks.
Can Vane roll an insight check to really kind of understand what he experienced last night then with Krog then? Because now he's
I'll
really...
tell you this: you know it. You knew it was real. Your interactions, all of y'all's interactions with him, were real. You know it. There's just something telling you it was real.
Can I look around? Does everybody look older?
No one's there.
No one's
Like-
there.
Do we look older?
No.
All right, so let me explain because I did the perception. All right, so let me get this straight. The town's empty. Everything is rusted.
Yep.
Like it's been aged. Like we've been one night equals. I really wish we could talk to the future man because this is really weird. Wait, does anybody have magic? Like history, that knows what this could
The
possibly
magic
be?
users know that there's no spell that did that. It was probably an illusion. That was about it. Just a very, very powerful illusion magic.
The hell we were streaking. That
It was
was
real.
real.
It was real.
Varian
You can
walks
feel
over
it. You kind of
to...
have a headache.
Varian walks over to Ragnar and says, "No, the ale was real, but the other thing that's real is the city over." Can Varian tell that? Can he hear the city?
You can see the city. You can see the lights. You can see that. You can see the top of the city buildings. Like it's probably only a day's journey over the hill.
Hold on. One moment.
Wait, we've rested. Ooh, wait, I need to reset things. My bad.
I will reset it for you. I got you guys.
Damn it. Never mind.
Okay.
Lumi didn't have the thought that Awkward did.
Wait, hold on. I want to try it. Yeah! Oh, I suck. Never mind. MBK didn't have that.
Varian and Vane start walking toward the main city, and Vane looks over and says, "Yeah, you coming? Oh, you're gonna stand in the snow like a stump post."
You know what? It's that right there. You know what? That right there. How about you not talk like that to me? Yeah, you know, respect is a thing. All right.
Vane walks back over, looks Ragnar in the eyes, and says, "My deepest apologies, mate. It's just we've had so many people in the past that have betrayed us. It's going to take me a little bit longer to loosen up a bit. I'm sorry." And he reaches out his hand. "Friends."
Ooh. While we're walking, I want to talk to Vane about this because I have no idea what happened and I would like to hear the story. So, with that being said, all right, let's head to the main city. Maybe they can tell us what happened to this if all that was an illusion.
No, I can. Do I have your permission, Grim, to give a synopsis of what happened before?
Yeah.
So as we're walking, Vane starts to explain. That was
Is this to me and
this is Jarl as
Just to
well.
everybody,
Just to
yeah.
everyone.
Okay.
Well, you see, in our previous adventure, we were charged with finding someone called the Dead Raven, a deity of great power that had to do with the undead, and we went to the depths of hell looking for him to try and either kill or subdue or to capture him and put him in some sort of phylactery, kind of like a lich. And upon reaching the 7th or 8th level of hell, we discovered that the paladin that had been traveling with us the entire time, Bell, had actually been the Dead Raven the entire time. We'd had our enemy in the midst of our party for months and months and months, just traveling with us. Upon reaching a certain level of hell, he set his succubi and hellhounds upon us. Lumi nearly died. I nearly died. We did have a friend die as well, and we lost our friend Bell. And then we found you in the Dragon Priest's temple. You know, along with we were very fortunate to have Aranis, who became undead, but is still very thankfully Aranis, one of our closest companions. But we were very close to Bell, despite the fact that he used to throw tomatoes at me. Every time I would sing, he would throw them at me, you know. So it's been a bit of a challenge to let our guards down for a bit. So any offence that was levied your way or perceived, it's not because of you. It's because none of us really know how to deal with the grief of having someone that we thought very dear.
For me, I thought he was a nerd.
That's fair. I mean, Lumi, to be fair, most people are nerds compared to your awesomeness. Let's be fair. You know.
Also, I didn't really know the guy. He was weird. I'm also pretty new to the party. Apparently, they had some lady before me who, made beer or something, but, she's not part of the party anymore. She, owned the whole tavern, I guess, but...
What?
Yeah, we'll be able to go back and visit her at some point.
Next time we go to Waterdeep, we'll be sure to introduce you, Ragnar. I think she'd like you.
Well, okay, so, I mean, that makes sense. Well, I appreciate you telling us that story. I just can't figure in my brain, how did you not know that he was doing, did he not show any signs? I mean, did he not tell you a story or, of where he came from or anything? You just...
No, Bell relatively kept to himself.
Well, that's the thing. He had some hot lady with him who knew his past, and, she helped him and helped us the whole time. So, the hot lady didn't even know anything either. So, that's why it was really weird, and nobody saw it coming. We, found all these friends from his past, and they're like, oh, yeah, let's help you. And they all helped us. And she even died helping him. And she was really hot, but I don't know.
Well...
Don't remind Varian.
Fair enough. He does, yeah, no offense, but I think I'm gonna keep my distance from him. I actually feel bad for him sometimes. Don't
from
really
Varian?
know.
As you finish the story, you'll crest upon the mountain, or the hillside, and you see looks to be green fields and a hustling and bustling major city. Something massive. Lights flickering. Buildings of reds and golds.
That right there is a beautiful city.
And you notice the gates are open.
Wide open.
Wide open. Welcoming visitors from all around. Like you could just walk through. All the gates are open. You can walk right through.
Vane does remember where Krog told them to go, correct?
Yes. There is.
I don't like
Looks
the
to be
fact that the gates are wide open.
There looks to be 4 guards standing by the open gates. And you can kind of hear, "Leave us your weapons, and you are welcome to enter the city." But you hear that off in the distance. Y'all aren't actually at the gates yet.
Before we get too into this, can we do a bathroom break?
Possibly.
I would love it.
Alrighty. Yeah,
Are we
can dive
ready?
Back in. We're at the gate and they're asking for our weapons. That is
Yes.
No, you're not at the gate yet. You
Oh.
heard 2 others walk in.
uh-huh.
Y'all are still, like, you're close enough in with earshot, but you're not there yet.
I
Okay.
hide my weapons so they don't be seen.
I can't do that.
I
And
would
honestly,
hide
I don't
kind
want
of-
to. I don't want to surrender my weapons. I'm just saying that right now.
Alright,
Wait.
so as you get to the gate, the 4 guards halt. Please surrender your weapons. You will get them back as soon as you leave. Whether you leave at this gate or the back gate, we'll make sure your weapons get to you. But there are no weapons inside the city.
Vane puts his hand on Ragnar's shoulder and says, "Look, we've had this happen before. I know that you have an attachment to yours. Most of our weapons are all sentient, and we understand that you have a deep love for those things that you carry with yourself. But believe me, we're not getting through this gate with you with that
Oh,
so
actually,
armed."
speaking of sentient,
Go on.
none of y'all have felt sentience out of your weapons
For a
in
while.
quite some time since you left Hell.
Oh, not me. No, shh. I didn't go there, so I'm good.
Well, that's interesting.
Like,
Does that include me and Gerald?
y'all don't have sentient weapons.
Never mind.
Everyone
I'm gonna
else
take off my
does.
cod piece and hand it to him.
But,
Give it a whip, bud.
y'all haven't actually gotten sentience out of your weapons.
Right.
They've kind of been silent.
I'm gonna take up my pistol and just tap it and be. Are you still in there?
Nothing.
Yikers.
Has anybody else noticed the lack of voices in their head?
You guys have voices in your head?
Yeah,
That's
normally
weird.
normally I have the Hat Man in my head, but you know, ever since I got these pistols, it's just been something different.
You mean you guys don't have constant voices in your head?
No. No, not really. Actually, no. I mean, like, other than me talking to myself sometimes, you know, like, it could be, you know, a bunch of things. Also, at Mr. Hey, Vane, how's it going? Yeah. I don't. These weapons, you know, they're not sentient like y'all's, but these weapons are very special to me.
Can Vane very intensely try to persuade Ragnar?
This is going to be good. This is going to be a roll.
This is very, very, very,
Okay.
like, very, very respectfully. Vane puts his hand on Ragnar's shoulder and says, "Look, if we are to continue with our mission, we have to comply with them. Believe me, these people mean us no harm. In fact, it may be that inside Krog's wife may have even better weapons than those that you carry on your back. I know nothing. Look, don't laugh at me, you numpty. I'm gonna roll persuasion.
No.
Can I roll a persuasion check, Grim?
Oh, here we go. Throw it. Give it to me. Come on. Give me that roll. Oh, give me that nat one. Yeah.
Roll persuasion versus.
Oh, you want me to roll too?
Hold on.
I'm curious on how this is gonna go. Don't think you understand with my
Persuasion
weapon.
versus persuasion.
Oh, okay. Well, it's may the best dice win. I have no.
It's MVK. You got a pretty good chance.
Crap! No!
Oh.
That's okay. He's proficient in.
Even without his proficiency bonus, he's
I
still
don't want to
gonna
hear
beat
it.
you. I'm sorry.
I don't want to. Okay. Well, what happens?
So Vane grabs.
You feel very enthralled to just kind of like give your weapon up reluctantly, but
I still beat yours with a 1.
you
Wait, I
feel.
threw perception. I didn't throw persuasion. I'm actually proficient in persuasion.
Oh, this should
Oh,
be good.
then throw persuasion.
That
You still
helped.
lose.
Rubbish.
You feel your heart drop
My heart.
as your weapon. As you hand over your weapon to the guard, your heart drops,
I don't want to.
and you feel this very angry, violently angry presence. And for the first time in BK, you hear, "How dare you let a mortal touch me, you insolent little shit!"
I'm taking my weapons back, and I will stand outside the city.
You've already made that.
I'm not doing this.
You've already.
I'm not doing. No, I'm not doing. I'm not doing this. There's a reason. My weapons are very special. I can't do this.
I mean, to be fair, my knife is pretty special too. But you know.
I don't.
You'll be
Look.
fine
Okay,
for a
Ragnar's
day.
gonna look like an absolute dunce, but he's gonna do it. Mr. Guard, can I talk to the guard that has my weapon that I just gave him?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Mr. Guard, I'm gonna do something. You're gonna think it's very strange, but hear me out. I cannot believe I'm doing this right now.
I can't believe it either.
All right.
Wow.
Look. I know he's a mortal. I know he's just a mortal, silly man. But I'm gonna get you back. I gotta go in the city. All right, and I'll be right back. It's not my decision. Everyone else is doing it, and I gotta do it because we gotta do the tablet for the deity. Which, by the way, just want to tell you, that's a deity that could smite both of us. Do you understand, weapon? Yes.
You will get hurt for this.
Great. That's
Accept the
awesome.
consequences.
That's awesome. Great. Yeah. Next, roll for initiative. Great. Yeah, thanks, everyone. It's gonna be okay. Well, I'm going to a tavern. That's what Ragnar's doing. He's going to the tavern. Everybody
Ragnar.
else, I don't care.
Ragnar,
I'm not happy.
your strength goes down to 18.
No, I'm done. I quit. No, it does not. It does
Hey,
not.
wait, you need to stop your belly aching. You didn't lose all your tinkering points last win.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, bro.
Until your weapon is back in your
With
hand.
axes, you can survive for one day.
Until your weapon is back in your hand, you lose the ability for monkey script.
Hey, Grim.
Oh boy.
You get to keep your strength score, but you lose the ability to hold two-handed weapons.
I'm gonna cover up my weapons, and I'm gonna go hide a little bit away from the.
Roll me
gate
a
and-
stealth check
All
Oh,
right.
this should be good.
versus my persuasion or my perception.
Oh, I was actually gonna say I was walking away first.
That's fine. Still roll a perception check.
Or stealth
Stealth?
check, you mean?
Is it Cleric
Yeah,
making
stealth
a
check.
stealth check right now?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Hey,
No.
Grim. I would like to do something.
Okay.
Whenever these guys are done, I have an idea.
Is he with you, or do we deal with him later? and he's pointing to your cleric.
Oh, I was walking away from the gate.
Dude, there's 4 guards. They're watching you. They watched you walk away. As you're trying to walk away, then put your weapons and hide them. They see this shit.
Walking the opposite direction.
By the way, I rolled an 18
Oh,
for my
my
perception.
Grim. I
Yeah.
got a plan. Okay.
Okay.
So follow me on this, right?
Whoa!
I-
Time out. I'm sorry for interrupting. I really.
Blue.
You are Iron Man. He's literally a weapon. No one's gonna say anything.
Why would you say that? What are the fucking guards, dude? Shut up.
I'm not. This is
Big
totally
blue
out of
lizard
character.
shit.
Do this.
Hey, this is out of character.
All right.
Be
Character,
careful because
he's
it's very
Iron
close
Man.
to a
All right.
curse word in sign language, so be
no,
very
no.
careful with the placement of your hand.
Okay,
That's
Grim,
why
follow me on
it's-
this, right? Follow me on this, okay? So here's what I want to do. I want to gently start walking towards my badger bear, act like I'm trying to access something on it, right? I'm just going to gently lead her so that her torso is facing perpendicular to where the guards are standing, and then walk around the other side out of sight of the guards,
That's
So
okay?
this is weird. As you touch her, all of your armor and goes into her.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Wow.
That's fine. Because I'm gonna walk around the other side of her, and if you didn't know, by the way, I'm a changeling. I want to take the form of one of the guards, and
Oh,
when I do, I want to walk up to the other guard that took Ragnar's axes. And I would say, "Here, let me take those for you. I'll take them back to the house," and I want to carry them inside of the city, and eventually return them to him.
Okay, I need
Or at least keep them on the back.
race and what you look like, because here's the thing, and you gotta roll me a performance check.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to keep the axes not on my person, but what my goal is to return them onto the side of the badger bear and use her like a little pack mule. That way Ragnar doesn't have to part from it while we're walking through the city, and he can just have his hand on the axes so that way he doesn't lose any of his stuff. So what do I need to do?
You need to roll me a performance check, and then we're gonna play this.
This is the most
out.
complicated entering of a city.
I'm sorry. Oh well, it doesn't matter.
Who are you again?
I'm one of the newly recruited guards. They just sent me out here to help you handle some of these visitors.
All right, well here, and he hands you an entire freaking crate full of weapons.
Okay.
Roll me a strength check.
Struggle.
Roll me a strength check.
Everything I don't have.
I'm
Oh,
sorry
yeah.
for making y'all's campaign so complicated, but this is
No,
But a
I'm
strength
just
save or a
trying.
strength
I'm
check,
struggling
sorry.
with the alignment of our
Give
party
me a
right
saving
now
throw.
because
I'm trying to help him out, man.
No, it's not even
I'm
that. It's
sorry.
that you have the crate of all of the weapons in the city of all of the visitors, and this could be a loot crate, depending
I am
on
not
how you
strong.
You
feel.
kind of like,
Oh,
you
no,
kind of
it's
go to
not.
almost drop it, but you kind of lift it back up,
And heave it.
and you heave it into this cart that's attached to the horse, and you now have about 400 pounds worth of weapons.
Oh,
And that
my
includes his axes, right?
That includes his axe. He only has one.
So I am gonna start to take. I'm gonna
sorry.
take the cart and I'm gonna start making my way into the city.
And he looks at you, the rest of you, weapons in the crate before he takes them off.
Yeah, Varian has been crying, but silently crying this entire time, not talking to anyone, puts his weapons in and starts walking slowly into the city while Vane looks quizzically at him, takes off his sword, and can Vane appraise the quality of the weapons besides Ragnar's in there? Are they mostly just common weapons, clearly?
Does anybody have detect magic?
I think
I do.
Yeah,
You would have to detect the magic of this. And do you have as a ritual or a cast? Because it takes 10 minutes to ritual cast detect magic.
It is a regular level 1.
It's a ritual, so it's going to take you 10 minutes. And I will say you can ritual cast it while walking. I'll give you that
Okay.
one. So,
Chaotic state.
Kranich,
Yes.
you have this cart with this horse. Are you going to, like, dip into an alleyway with your badger bear to put them all on the badger bear?
So
Who has the house?
I think Vane does.
Oh, okay.
Because y'all could
So-
technically put them in the house and deal with them later.
That's
So-
theft.
But that still separates him from his axes.
Well, no, I'm okay with it going in the. That's the only thing. That is my biggest
was-
gripe. Like that's
But-
Ragnar's thing. That's not MVK. MVK is like I don't really care. Ragnar though, there's a reason for that backstory.
That's what I'm trying to play off of. Yes.
Yeah.
And Ragnar, you watched him change completely form to the guard
Okay.
and grab your axe. So you now know it is in a safer hand than with somebody random.
Yes.
At least you're kinda know him,
fair. Fair.
and you feel your weapon kind of relax, but still has that stink eye towards you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to give it a steak
Yeah.
dinner and take it out to. Yeah. No.
So I'm gonna take the cart in, and what's around us? Is this like a village that we're going into?
It's a
the city?
big, no, it's a massive like metropolis city. Like it is
Okay.
massive. There's
So I'm
alleyways
just-
you could dip off, and no one. And it's weird because there's a badger bear and a snow pup, and people really aren't looking at you like, and a dragon.
I was about to
Okay,
say.
so I am
People
gonna
kind of look at the dragon and go, "What the fuck?" But then they notice it's not attacking, and they're just kind of like, "Okay, whatever." It's
Wait.
like this city has seen some shit.
Time out. The dragon's just casually going along with us through a city.
Yeah.
It's one thing to have a pup that's a wolf. It's another thing for Ed, aka I don't know how to say your name.
Aaron.
Latacius Maximus.
Arnis.
Arnis.
Oh, by the way, Arnis, you do see favors of the Dragon Temple all throughout this city.
Wait,
Wow.
Dragon Temple?
Where we
Someone said
met?
Dragon-
Yeah, you see favors that have the symbol of the Dragon Temple on it.
I like that.
Okay, this just got interesting.
So I'm gonna walk this crate of weapons. Maybe like I'm gonna pass like 2 alleyways and then take a hard right.
Vane,
You go
then-
grab the house box first.
Vane, you said you had it?
yeah.
So I'm gonna have my mech badger bear just walk with Vane.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I'm walking without you guys right now. Like the badger bear was gonna know where I'm at. And she's just gonna rub up and try to like nudge Vane in the right direction once they start walking.
Can I
together.
possibly give money to someone that's going to go to the armory? Because Ragnar is going to go to a tavern because he just doesn't like it. Even though it's still better. Ragnar is Ragnar. I don't control the character.
Or you're gonna split the party.
Oh.
I've already split
Yeah.
the party a little bit.
And
Don't
we're all
worry
gonna
about it, man.
die.
I'm not saying. Well, is there a tavern just so happenly
BBK.
near the armory?
I think that Vane's gonna try and convince everyone and say, look, just take a moment. We'll find us a patch to put up our house because there's probably a couple empty lots, right? Grim?
There is. There's a big empty lot that actually looks like it is about to be constructed on. That you could
Oh.
put the house there.
Is
So-
there a pub in the house? The tavern?
Actually, yes.
Is
So-
there really?
It's
Yeah.
stocked
Yeah,
with
there
beer.
is. So
There we go.
Yeah, they're
It's
literally
stocked with goose ale.
it starts.
with Madura Goose
Beautiful.
and Ale. That's right,
Beautiful.
Betty.
Grim, would the city
The building
take a
they
miss?
actually made the entire building to be a tavern, so like it's a big tavern that people can actually just go in and buy y'all's beer.
And there's literally an inn for them to stay in also.
I will 1000% like make some money on the side while you go to the armory. That
So,
would be fantastic.
Vane wants to do another persuasion check on Ragnar and comes over and says, look,
This time you gotta persuade. You gotta use hermit charm to persuade. You gotta use
Me?
Vane charm to persuade freaking Ragnar. Vane has to in character persuade Ragnar in character.
right, so Ragnar, if you wouldn't mind, while our house is up, would you please be the barman and try and make sure that everyone starts coming inside and buying our beer? We could use a little bit more money on the side. And We'll be back in a jiffy. We can put the crates behind the bar. You can sit next to. You can even sit on the crate with your beloved weapons underneath your arse and serve beer to the great people of whatever the hell the town is called. And
Hammerfell.
sorry, what was it, Aranis?
Carry meat on yourself?
It's
Hammerfell.
Hammerfell.
We're in Hammerfell. Fine. I need to go find Krog's wife.
All right.
You run the tavern.
Do you want me to give you my money? So just in case.
Yeah, give me all your money.
And you would know that you could probably get away with taking these weapons to an armorer or a weaponsmith and have them appraised and sold.
Clever.
I don't want to sell the weapon. No.
Oh no! So
Not your
I
axe,
am running the
every-
wagon. We're not going to sell our weapons.
No,
Okay.
you sell
Here's
every.
Other people's.
I need to see if there's any metals that I can use to craft some stuff out
Oh,
of here. Anyways, so I'm very interested.
Yeah.
Vane's gonna
Shops.
try and convince the whole party not to steal the creative weapons.
How about you go find a bathhouse and then come track
That's
me?
Varian. You're thinking of Varian. Varian's the one that's sad and wants to find a bathhouse.
Oh, is he?
It's a
Yeah.
bathhouse, by the way.
Yeah,
right.
Varian's not doing that. He's still silently crying by himself, kind of looking
Hey.
around lost.
Hermit.
Is he alright?
I'm gonna give you. I'm giving you. I'm going 0. You need to go to your inventory. I'm putting my GP as 0. I'm giving you 5,600 gold pieces.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
I'm putting
boy.
mine at 0 right now. So just add 5,600 to whatever you have.
Hey, if you go to the treasure thing, if you hit the green plus button,
Yeah.
that'll add. I was talking.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, there you
okay.
go. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. And that'll be my money. All right. I'll put mine to 0. Okay. So then, like, if there's something like, oh, do you whatever.
No,
So
you see where the 0 is? Click the 0, and then just type 5,600.
yeah, you can just type it in. Like once it's highlighted, you can just type in the numbers. There you
There
go.
you go.
Beautiful. It's there. All right. So beautiful. I would love to run a tavern. So I'm good at this. I gotcha. Don't worry.
All right.
I'll make sure we get plenty of sales and make some extra money on the way.
So the creative weapons. What are you doing with them?
So,
Vane
is the
is-
house set up already?
Yep, the house set up. Creative
So-
weapons are in there. The badger bear's in there. Everyone's in there.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call Ragnar. I'm gonna take off the cover for the weapons, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, take your axes.
Take them.
Take your axes while you're in the house. Nothing is gonna happen to you.
But the guards took them. Like, am I
They're-
good
they-
to
they-
have my weapons?
We are in our house. Yes,
That's
nothing
true.
can
All
happen
right,
inside.
all
the
right.
house.
Just for
I take,
God's sake, put a cloak over yourself so no one sees them.
All right. Well, I don't have a. Do I have a?
You only have one axe.
One act. I have. No.
No, you have one that's visible. The other one is lightning and only has effects when you're in
it
combat.
goes- yeah, that's right. Because
So you only have one axe.
That's fair. All right. Does anybody have a cloak on them in the inventory?
There's a cloak.
Vane
There's cloaks
literally
in the-
throws you a tablecloth and says, "Right, wrap that around your scruffler."
All right. I got my axe and everything.
You also know
Everything's-
you could actually just hang your axe up above the bar and just have it there
Does that-
and write a placard that says, "For unruly customers."
Yes.
All right.
I would like to do this. All right.
Complaint
Now that we're done
department.
with that, I'm sorry for the
Complaint
side.
department.
Y'all go to the armory. I will make sure to get some customers for some extra money. I'm sorry for the hassle about the axes, but I will explain later, which he will.
I'm
Can
actually gonna stay. I'm gonna stay in my guard form for a while.
Okay.
Ooh.
Like as an escort for these high-end individuals.
Like as an escort for these high-end individuals, so that we can move freely around with anything that we may need to acquire, anything we might need to get.
Okay.
as we're leaving, can Vane step outside of our tavern and perform a song to get the square of people in this town to
Roll
notice
me a
our tavern?
performance check.
I can do that.
Can I join him on this?
Wait. You're doing wait, what is this for? I'm sorry.
Performance. Are you
Hey,
gonna cast guidance, Narn?
Oh, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna cast guidance on yourself too.
Hell yeah!
Is
But
this,
I'm
to
gonna
bring,
pull out-
is this to bring customers
No.
into the tavern?
Yeah.
Here's the
Yes.
thing.
Good.
I'm about to pull out my instrument for fun.
Phrasing.
Making me want to bring out the.
Someone say exactly what we're all thinking, please. Apex, you know exactly what we're talking about. What's he gonna pull out? His
Dick.
There we go. It's called a skin flute, okay?
I just
That's
happened to bring out a
and his
big,
nickname is Pied Piper, bro. He could
I
put some
happened to
spells
bring
with
out a
that
big
shit.
set of bagpipes out of my bag.
Oh lord.
Yeah, get it, bagpipes.
All right. It's very loud. Okay, well, do I roll with guidance? Do I roll with advantage and then add 4, or is it just straight at a D4?
It's just add a D4.
All right. Come on, let's see what
You
happened.
roll performance.
Oh, bollocks. All right, that's okay. 21.
Blimey.
Customers start flowing in. Y'all think it's about time to leave, or it's gonna be really crowded.
Before I go, I say to Ragnar, keep an ear out for some rumors. If there is a tablet here in the city, this might be the place to find out about it.
Arnis, I will definitely keep out for rumors. This isn't my first time running a tavern, but I appreciate the advice as well. You be safe out there, you hear?
Thank you, Ragnar.
Oh, you to play with my bagpipes.
Oh, and by the way, you do now see a giant symbol of the dragon temple on the wall of the tavern.
Oh, we've been blessed.
I love it. Thank you. I'll take it. So
Oh.
yeah, I will mute my mic because I'm in the tavern and y'all are.
The rest of y'all are going to Follows. Velos. Valians. Valians. That's what it is. Valians. Alright. So y'all get to Valians. And oh lord, is this the biggest weapon shop y'all have ever seen. It's like 3 stories of weapons. Forge is out on the back. I mean, it is a massive forge. Like, this forge could forge literally any damn thing.
My codpiece slowly starts to push forward.
And you see what looks to be a human female. Hello, welcome to Valians. How may I help you? She seems somber.
Vane steps forward and says, you've been sent by Krog.
Wait, what? What? Excuse me?
Can Vane tell that she's confused or upset? Does she start to cry?
Both. Everything. She just doesn't know how to handle this information.
He reaches out his hand and put it on his shoulder. I understand that there must be some confusion. We met your beloved in a mining town just outside of the city. But
he's dead.
I'm holding him as I held you. He disappeared into snow after he told us what to do. He's charged us with killing a dragon and bringing it to him. We met him in the mining town outside. He told us of his time in Avernus, of how he was a slave, of how he met you, how he took care of the mining town and you and your family. But he sent me.
Only a perception check.
Mm-hmm. I can tell my bootstraps are. I can tell bollocks off.
Your pouch. One of your pouches feel a little heavier than it used to.
I reach down and open up the pouch while I'm talking to her. While I'm speaking, says, "Yeah, no, it's a very strange thing. I've never had some sort of interaction. And what do I see in my pouch? That's different.
You see what looks to be a dwarven amulet with a ruby that seems to be that's constantly looks like the inside's on fire.
And he just vanished in my hands as we made our agreement. Does this mean anything to you?" And he brings out the talisman and puts it on the table in front of her.
That's his.
He told me if I came here that you would assist us in our journey in trying to kill the dragon in the mine up the mountain. He promised his aide that if we did this one thing, he'd lead us to Avernus. We're looking for a draconic tablet. We've been charged by the gods to try and reclaim one. But we met your husband. I swear to you, I saw him as clear as I'm seeing you right now. We stayed in your home.
All right. Let me see your weapons. All of them. If you have any other compatriots, they need to be here now.
I'm here.
Well, bollocks, because we, Ragnar is left behind. Is that going to be a problem, Grim?
And his axe is left behind.
Whoever needs to come see me, come see me. Bring back your weapons. I will tell the guards to make sure you have them, and to bring them to me.
Vane looks over and looks at Arnis and says, "Arnis, would you run back to our home and grab Ragnar?"
Of course.
There's a guard with you. And she goes, "Oh, sir, come
Yes.
here. Go get these gentlemen and these lady their weapons. I need them all to my shop immediately.
Okay, I'll be right back.
And grab their other compatriot. Find him."
So I'm gonna walk back to the tavern. I'm gonna look at Ragnar and say, "Hey man, we're gonna go over to the army really quick. Can you grab your axe? I'm gonna escort you back over there. But we've met somebody that has some
Remember to
information
close
for
down
us
the
that's gonna be able
tavern.
to help us out.
Remember to make sure
We
everyone
don't have
gets
to.
out.
We don't have to close it down. And I'm gonna pull over one of our patrons that's clearly drunk. I'm gonna grab him by his scruff and just pull him in close. I'm gonna give you 10 gold. Nothing is gonna happen to this tavern. You're gonna sell ale. You're not gonna drink the ale unless you
Then we
pay
have
for
people
it.
that can
Everybody
run it
pays
for
for the
us.
ale.
Yeah,
And
then we
nothing
have
is gonna happen.
As
illusionary
you-
I
as
don't
you-
know.
as you
Do we
talk-
have
as-
illusionary shit?
As you talk to this, a lady comes over and goes, "Give me 25% of the profits and I'll run it for you."
Fine. Ragnar, let's go. Grab your stuff.
And she kind of just takes the drunken dude and throws him back into his chair. Like, I mean, his chair was like 10 feet away, and she just yeets him back into his chair.
I don't really think you know what was happening in the tavern while you all were away.
As
Oh, well,
she looks at Ragnar and goes, "I get you next time."
I had a whole thing when y'all was gonna come back, and that's fine.
The arm wrestling match will freaking continue. I promise. I'll
That's
get you
not-
next time.
That's not what was happening. I started a fighting ring.
We don't talk about
She's
Fight
just
Club.
calling it an arm wrestling match in front of your buddy.
I was making some extra profit as well as serving. Anyways, everybody continue drinking. Thank you again for being here. I'm just gonna step out for a little bit. All right, let us go. Let's go. Roger that.
Yeah.
Wait, am I carrying the weapons? Like the whole crate? 'Cause
You can carry your axe, and I'm gonna grab the cart and drag it with us.
Can I carry the crate?
Oh boy.
You can help me carry the crate, sure.
6,050
like-
gold.
I feel like I can. carry the
6,050 gold?
6,050 gold pieces is what the bar made.
crate. Let's go.
Nice one,
See?
bruv.
You're welcome. What can I say except you're welcome?
What about his
Yeah,
fighting
thank
ring?
you.
What,
That's
what
with
about-
his fighting ring.
Oh, I thought you said that's what the
what
bar
fighting
made.
ring?
That's what the
Okay,
bar
well,
made with
yeah,
his
the
fighting ring.
tavern, like the tavern and all. All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, can I just carry the crate because I'm
Yeah.
big, strong.
Do what you want, and then I'm gonna pretend like I'm escorting you. Just walk closely behind you.
Roger that.
So, as y'all get back, and she just doesn't talk to y'all the entire time. Like, she's just waiting for him to come back. She looks over your weapons and goes, "I'm going to do something, but you have to trust me."
I just got here, so I. What's happening here? This is an armor.
As she grabs your axe.
No,
and
hell
pulls it.
no. Hell,
No,
hell,
Vane-
no, she did not.
Vane puts
No.
his hand on
She-
Ragnar's shoulder and says,
No,
it's
she
Krog's
did not.
wife, Ragnar.
And she spins it in 2 fingers and starts spinning it rapidly, faster than you've ever spinned it before. Like it weighs nothing to her.
Wow.
He's like, I'm in
To
love.
the point to where she's spinning it so fast, it looks like a solid wheel of metal.
I think I'm in love.
I knew it.
Take an ice bath, Ragnar.
And then she slides it down her hand, and all of a sudden, there's a chain now attached to the end of the weapon as she starts to spin it.
What sorcery is
And then
this?
she throws it, and literally it hits the wall and stays there. And she throws it by the chain. And now all of a sudden there's a chain attached to your weapon, and there's a gemstone at the end of it.
She just bedazzled your axe, man.
Well,
Okay,
Welcome.
first off, look,
You don't just walk around bedazzling another man's axe, all right?
time out. Pump the brakes, all right? You don't take someone else's weapon, spin it around like it's nothing. I'm impressed, don't get me wrong, but then you threw it against the wall, and then you added a chain to it with a jewel. Would you mind explaining, all right? Due respect.
Go pick it up.
Oh, yeah, okay. Ragnar goes over and...
Roll me a strength check to pull it out of the wall.
No, I will not throw it in...
Roll
Excuse
me,
me, my
roll it.
weapon?
Yeah, roll me a strength check to pull it out of the wall.
I cast guidance.
By the way, these are stone walls.
25.
It takes you some effort, like you're struggling, and you have to kind of like wiggle it to pull it out.
Come on, big guy, get a grip on your axe.
And the chain wraps around your arm, and your entire arm is now engulfed in lightning.
What did you do to my weapon?
Welcome to the world of infernal weapons, my friend.
And...
infernal what?
weapons. Do you mind explaining what's happening?
You have... I have a special knack for taking weapons and giving them their own infernal engines. You have a lightning one. Now your bow is going to be a very, very incurious one.
Mine?
Yes.
I'm out.
Now, by the way, she is no longer somber. She is now raging with war.
So...
I'm going to enhance each one of your weapons. I'm going to do this for you. Because I've been waiting for somebody that has the balls enough to walk into the into Avernus and rescue my husband and kill that bloody devil.
Okay, I just got here. Someone needs to do some explaining here. You're
Just
telling
go
me
with
we
it.
just saw your husband literally in the next town over, but then it became rusted and everything else.
Let's just go with
Because
it.
that is where we used to live before I came to this city.
How long ago was that?
200 years.
Then why did we see it bustling before? And then see your husband that welcomed us into his home and everything else?
Because my husband is a man of great magic power. My husband is a warlock.
Oh.
Of greater levels than you would ever dream of.
That's why.
And yes, the infernal dragon is real. Let's just say this. For the past 200 years, roughly about every 6 months or so, a new adventuring group comes and they die in those mountains. They come see me and they die.
In the mountains where the werewolves are.
There's more than just werewolves there, sweethearts.
I know the land pretty well. I've lived there myself.
You don't understand. That mountain normally looks like it's just a mountain. Normally you don't see the hole unless my husband agrees for you to see it. That's because the entrance, if anybody were to go in there, normal people would die. Now,
So, I do have a question. Your
and I have
brought-
answers.
Your husband brought up that we're looking for a tablet, a draconic tablet. And he said that someone in the city possibly might have it, but he says it's a bunch of rubbish. Said
It is
that
a
we
bunch
had-
of rubbish. There hasn't been a draconic tablet here in 200 years. He took it with him when he got trapped in Avernus.
You know if he's still alive.
Well, if his magic is still affecting people, then obviously he is. As I cannot go to Avernus myself. They don't take kindly to angels entering Avernus.
Did you say angel?
Well, that might be a bit of a problem then, wouldn't it then?
Pure
Especially-
angels, not you.
Oh, thank God.
As she waves her hand, the door slams shut. And she sits there and waves her hand across herself, and you see an angelic figure, 6 wings, bands across her eyes of eyes, and you see the most creepiest looking. It has to be evil. Look. I am a true angel.
So, you're going to enhance our weapons to basically go to hell.
Well, you have to deal with the trial first.
Trial.
And the infernal
mountain.
dragon.
You have to kill the fucking dragon.
This dragon, he didn't really talk about it, and as you can see,
And I know nothing of it.
Wait, we have to go face the dragon?
Yes, and kill it. If you kill
Why
it,
was none of us
he
ever
can-
told
yeah,
any of this?
Vane. What's
Vane
what's
told
it
us
about a
about
dragon?
it.
What are you not
The
listening in the... I apologize. I thought I told you all that before we came to the town, before to the city.
You
We have
did.
to...
He did say he came in and told everybody about it.
Mhm.
I forgot that.
You
part.
might have been
That's
too
on
deep in your
me.
cups.
were
It's all
also
right. You're trying to
drinking, too.
you're trying to celebrate having a bit of a roof over your head for the night. It's all right, Ragnar.
I mean, honestly, like,
That was...
I mean,
I don't blame you.
What?
What's
Again.
what's the name of the angel in front of us?
yeah. We didn't ask names actually. You know what? I got it.
Valerian is her name.
Was it?
Valariane.
Yep.
Valerian.
Valerian. Valerian. My name is Ragnar. You're telling me you know nothing about the dragon we're about to slay. You know, and you can see it with your eyes, that I am a dragonborn.
Can I do a history check on that dragon?
I
You would
like
not
to-
know anything about a dragon with an infernal engine inside its chest.
Okay.
Would
That's
I
what I'd
know?
ask, because of my researcher
No.
background.
Well, actually, in
Oh, you had the researcher background. Okay,
Wait.
yeah. Roll me a history check.
Me?
Freaking no, the researcher background, jackass.
Oh,
You
Okay,
know,
Garza likes to break everything.
you've heard of dragons with infernal engines. You've just never seen one.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter what type it is. They can slam an internal engine into it.
what about Krennic?
Yeah.
You are from the future and everything else. Infernal
am.
Legends and Dragons. Do you know anything about this?
Uh,
You would know that it's been done, Malot.
Yep.
You know about the blood war that has happened, but you've never seen one up close and personal. Usually, people that see them up close and personal don't live to tell the tale of them.
It's an angel telling us, right? Is there anything religion based that might give us a hint? Like, are these part of like a deity thing where they worship some kind of
She tells you that.
something or other?
She just tells you that she doesn't know what type, but she knows it's not ancient.
Okay.
It's more likely an adult,
So,
and it's probably either a red or a black dragon.
yeah, see, that's
So
where
we're
the
dealing with
problem.
either fire or acid.
That's where the problem lies with me.
Right.
Ragnar's gonna. He's gonna.
But
stop.
Ragnar, you would know that after something's been into Avernus,
I do.
that it's no longer considered a dragon. At that
no.
point, it's considered freaking evil and should be annihilated.
It still hurts.
So there's a lot of the dragon symbols around town. Is there anybody else here that might have some information that we could go speak to?
Yes.
No one's gotten close enough to see it.
Well,
Have they
guess we're
heard
gonna find out.
rumors or stories or anything that might lead us towards it?
I
No,
really
I was
want to
gonna-
find out.
Infernal engine,
Time
inside
out.
dragon.
I was at the tavern and I didn't want to interrupt y'all, but I was asking for rumors. Is there anyone that told me anything while I was at the tavern? while they were
You
here?
heard the fact that apparently one of the priests talks about a draconic tablet that he has, and
Okay.
he's proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people are saying it's just rubbish, that he doesn't own one.
Well,
We
see,
try
the
to go
rumors
find
have
this?
to come from somewhere. The stories have this dragon have to come from somewhere. Somebody's seen it, or somebody knows something
Yes.
about it.
My husband has seen it.
What he did. Fine, he didn't tell you anything on the type of dragon it was.
No, he just said that we had to try and kill it and had an infernal engine inside of it.
Now that 200
know-
years ago, he went up to the top of the mountain. After escaping Avernus, he went up to the top of the mountain as he did for several years. And then all of a sudden, one year, he sends me a message that says, "I will send you people to rescue me." As they brought an infernal dragon, and I'm being taken back.
So the dragon's at the top of the mountain. That's where we need to go.
Yeah, but it's not a straight shot. We have to go into a mine with this map, and he hasn't shown us which ones are dead ends. There could be enemies along the way.
Can you show? Do you know anything about? Can?
He
Can
called
Ragnar-
it. He called it the Infernal Gauntlet. Because he said that if an adventurer can go in there and handle the gauntlet, they can handle Avernus.
Well, you upgraded my weapon. Let's upgrade everyone else's. Thank you again for helping us.
I'm not gonna lie, but my character is intrigued by all this information. And
I'm
just starting to
beyond.
write it
Oh,
down.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't say right now it's writing it down, but I would say he's
Oh,
interested
my
because.
character specifically is writing all this down.
Oh, okay.
And she starts grabbing weapons and spinning them around, takes the bow and fires shots. By the way, she starts firing shots without arrows.
Grim, can you check my DM
That's
really
different.
quick before you start messing with all the weapons?
Yep.
You do what?
Is there any more questions that you have, my friends? Before literally, this is all that I know. And he puts the map out in front of them and says, "Look, there are dead ends." But he didn't show me which ones were dead ends. All of them just and then looking at the map, they just have like kind of passages spidering off without ends on them. All I know is that we have to try and pass through and find the way through. We have to investigate each of the passages to see if they lead to the top and hope that by the time that we get there, that we're in good enough shape to fight a dragon. Arnis, I know that you know this, that fighting a fully grown dragon is is going to be vastly different than taking on the creatures that we did in the 7th level of hell. Just because the dead raven was a god didn't mean that he had the godlike strength of a fully grown dragon. Especially with an infernal engine inside of it. We saw what Krog did. The man
couldn't even pick up the barrel.
Yeah, you couldn't pick up the barrel. Lumi couldn't even pick up the barrel. You know, and he could forge weapons with his hands. This is beyond anything that we've ever had to fight before.
Agreed.
Are you prepared, Arnis, to I know it's a chromatic dragon, so it's a little bit less of a problem, but I think, Ragnar, I know that you have a concern for it being of dragon kind. Just know that you remember, chromatic dragons are not really your friends. It's, you know, silver, gold, and copper dragons are more your kin.
It's not only that, it's been tampered with an infernal engine.
All right.
So it must be destroyed.
So, your weapons are done. Genasi,
Yes.
stay with me.
And you for the past, Varian hasn't been making any wisecracks. He's been silently, like, not really crying, like weeping, but it's not in like a sort of like comic way, but just been silent this entire time. Not making any of his usual quips, and says, "Yes."
Stay. The rest of you, leave my shop. Your weapons are done.
You're not gonna hurt my friend, are you?
I won't hurt him. He needs something from me that I don't think I can give him.
All right.
Can
And-
Ragnar go back to the tavern?
Alright.
You can all go back to the tavern.
Yeah, I think that's
Vane
wise.
walks over to Varian and says, you keep strong. I know that you've been struggling since we came back from hell. I won't tell, I'll tell them what's been going on in your heart back in the tavern. But you stay. And Varian just nods.
And I have, because I want this on the recording, but I need everybody to deafen themselves.
I actually have to use the restroom, but
Okay.
I'll definitely.
And be watching on your camera, and because I'm going to signal y'all back in.
Okay.
Put a thumbs up if you're deafened. Deafened. My child.
It's been very hard since I came back from hell. I know I've always had an unhealthy obsession with love. It's been very hard coming back from my time ever since I found this group coming from this strange dream of that, I don't even know what to call it, a land full of candy. It was like a fanciful dream. I've done so many things, but I've really lost hope. I don't think that I will ever really find love, and I don't want to find love anymore. I know what I want to do.
And what is that?
I want to be the god's fist. I want to be of service until I can no longer hold a sword. I don't want to stop fighting against the evil of the world. I would forsake everything to be of service to make sure that no one feels the loss that I have.
Alrighty then. If that is what you so wish to do.
I don't mean to I know that you must know how it feels to lose those that you love, especially having...
Are you willing to give me your soul for this?
If it will allow me to live until the end of time to be the god's judgment, yes.
So once you die, I get your soul.
I can think of no finer keeper.
She pulls a scroll out and throws it across. This scroll reaches, I mean, it is probably 8 foot long. Sign your name.
Varian cuts his hand with a small pocket knife and uses a quill from his pack and signs it in blood. And then takes his hand and smears his hand and puts it down on next to it with all of his fingerprints.
And she grabs it, she puts her hand on your chest, and it is agonizing pain. You no longer have to eat. You no longer have to sleep. You no longer have to breathe. As this armor forms around you, you can access Zone of Truth without expending any spell slots at will twice per long rest. Your friend's lying 5 times. I will not do that. But
That's
this
fair.
is what I'll do. You get 2 times. You get Zone of Truth, and they last for an hour. It is a 90-foot radius.
And is it better than the scale? Is the AC better than the scale mail that I'm wearing right now?
Yes.
Okay.
You now have your AC is now permanently 20.
Oh, dang.
Permanently. It cannot change.
Okay.
Your armor cannot be taken off. It shines bright.
Does it?
When things that you consider evil, if your character considers it evil, it will glow. Not bright enough to really make you have disadvantage on stealth checks, but enough for you and your companions to notice. Your swords now do angelic fire. They glow bright golden hue. And she looks at you and goes, I have sent those 2 souls trapped in your swords back to where they belong. I and my sister are now your weapons. Use us wisely, because if you do not, I will devour your soul and your body in one. Do you accept these terms? Are you ready to take the angelic oath and kill everything we see fit?
By your will, be it foe, and may it never be friend, but yes.
Wonderful. As now 2 fairy-like creatures appear on your shoulders. One is bright and gold. The other one is a dim silver. And they tell you, we are judgment. We sometimes disagree. That does not mean your soul is forfeit if you choose one of us over the other. It is if you defy us both. And they're speaking in this almost unison, but it's 2 different voices in unison. And then, all of a sudden, you're outside the shop. Like if it was a dream, except for this armor. You're trying to move it, it moves with you like it's a part of your skin.
It covers my face, right? As well?
So there's a shield that you can lift up and then go back down.
He's gonna keep it down.
Permanently?
Yeah. No, just for now. Just for now. Because
Okay.
I think that it would be a little bit strange to try and walk into some other town where people are like, so why do you have an automaton? You know?
And this armor, you feel like you can breathe better. You are now... You now cannot get cold. You can now not get hot.
So, okay, yeah.
You have a swim speed equal to your walking speed.
Dang. Okay.
And you can cast Featherfall twice per short rest.
Brilliant.
All right, I'm getting everybody back now. Is everyone back? Come back. Come back to us. Come back to us. Come back to us.
I'm back. I'm back, by the way.
Come back to us.
Back to the land of the living.
Back to the action.
So, what's happening?
Hang on, we're still short monsters and not
Oh. I will message them.
Yep, go for it.
You back, Apex?
Are we
Cool.
good to undeaf it now?
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I was messing. Yep, we're good.
All right. So you are all back at the tavern. And
Well, they won't recognize him, Grim.
I know.
Wait, what?
Huh?
We actually have no idea what you're talking about, but
And
okay.
as you see a man
just
in
remind
full
me of the
suit of
title.
armor, with two swords across his back, walk into the tavern.
Ragnar's going to walk up to him.
That
Hey, how's it going? I'm not sure if you know.
Face
but,
is covered, it is a full suit of armor.
Okay, alright.
But it looks to be like it's skin tight armor. Like it fits his. It doesn't make his figure look bulky or anything like that.
Hi, friend. I see that you got weapons on you. Not sure if you know how you got past the guards or whatever, but in this tavern, we're just trying to have some drinks, have some fun. So hopefully there won't be any mischief.
Varian pulls up the mask and says, "I'm back."
Varian?
I have a lot to tell you. A lot has transpired in the last few minutes.
By the way, his
Wait,
armor looks to be angelic armor.
Damn. Mommy Varian, what's going on, man?
What's happened to you?
Who are you again?
Varian, what? Okay, you know what?
Smell that anymore.
How about this? I'm gonna get the lady that says she was gonna take 25% of the profits. She's gonna run the tavern. Let's go in the back and let's discuss this, because you have a lot of explaining to do.
Grim, do you want to explain what's happened with the art? Should I just tell them the cliff notes of the oath?
This is one of those storytelling plots that I will stay out of. This is how much information you want them to know. This is not something that I can say, as it is a personal
Out of character, out of character, we were all deaf, and so we don't know what just transpired. So it's up to you.
I did that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, can we all just like walk towards the back of the tavern, like in a room, and just kind of like talk about this?
There is a room to where no one else would hear that y'all could go back.
All right. Everyone good with going back there? Sweet. All right.
You all walk back, and the door shuts.
Well,
All right, Varian.
I mean, Ragnar, you weren't here, and Jarl, you weren't here, but I know we've mentioned before that we came back from hell, but in that time we lost a companion named Rose, and she had promised that I would find someone to be with. I've always had this strong predilection for romance, much to, I would say, most of your entertainment, probably. Not my own, but most of yours. After she died, I lost all hope that I would ever find anyone, as I'm from a time from before all of you. I came from a dream, and joined your companions and helped you fight the dead raven. And ever since I felt lost, and I decided I no longer want to search for love. I no longer want to rest until the world is vanquished of what you would probably call true evil. I have forfeited my soul to Varian. I no longer need to sleep. I no longer need to eat. I cannot feel cold or heat. And I can no longer tolerate lies. I will die in this armor one day. I cannot take it off. And I have 2 companions at all times that if I defy them both, I will cease to be.
All right. Hold on. 1 second. If you oblige to an angel, what does that make you now?
I am judgment.
Are you two an angel?
No, I don't know what I am anymore.
He is the knight of the angelic court.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
Do I happen to know anything about any of this
I
stuff?
got nothing on this.
You have heard of the knight of angelic court. You know that they send warriors down to pass judgment on those that no others can.
Wait, warriors.
Ah.
Wait, would I know about this?
You've heard people
Like
praying that they've
tales?
never seen one.
Okay.
I'm just
You
happy
know
to
that this is some of the most
There.
holiest groups that are
Right.
to a point of, by the way, Hermit, you are now lawful neutral.
Makes sense?
Your entire alignment has changed.
So,
Well, would it be lawful good then?
It's lawful neutral
Whatever
In a
is
way,
judgment, yeah.
because you are the judge.
Yep.
so okay.
He is pretty much a Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes that. Got it. So, Varian, I know we haven't known each other that long. I am truly sorry for your loss, but you're saying that you don't even feel sadness now.
I can still feel things. I can still take a joke. But I will never wed. I will never bed. I will never visit a bathhouse and bask in the opulence that is a maternal figure.
He does not feel he does not feel mortal things.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not with the hockey. I'm sorry. God dang it! I try to keep character, but like
He can feel some emotion, but
became a eunuch.
that will fade in time.
Oh my
Snip, snip.
god.
But he cannot feel anything that he cannot get drunk.
I kind of want to hear Vane's like point of view on this because I know that I know from what y'all have told me that Vane and Varian are close. I want to hear Vane's perspective.
They
on
were
this.
snuggle buddies this entire time.
I mean, okay, well that's fair. Vane, what do you think about this?
Vane's
Seemed like
actually
you've been-
crying with what seems like joy, and he looks at his companion and says, he's had his biggest burden lifted. This is not a sorrow. He will defend us. He will keep us safe, but we must abide and try and follow as best we can. We can do what we want, but I will say unto you, if any of you commit any act of sin or true evil, I don't think that Varian will really tolerate it anymore. I think if you nick someone's purse if they're being a prick, we'll be fine. But I don't think that, like, if you're...
Stealing a bunch of
like,
innocent people's weapons will be fine.
Oh,
No, I think. Well, that's the thing is that like Ragnars's just gonna go up to Varian.
And
And
Hermit,
he's- oh, sorry.
I will say one thing. We have to change your character around.
Oh, I know. I think we're at
You
the.
are now a paladin. You took an oath.
Oh.
Oh.
He is no longer. He is
Alrighty
no longer.
then.
Which means you can become an oathbreaker. And if you
Do it.
become an oathbreaker in this way, because you are serving an angel and have given your soul to an angel, you will not only become an oathbreaker, you will become a paladin of hell.
Ooh, fun.
That would be dope. I'm not gonna lie, that would be pretty dope.
Oh, good lord.
You will be a hellfire paladin.
Like hell, like the one we're about to go to.
Yeah.
That's something we could use.
No. It would mean I would be
No.
fighting you. I would be trying to kill you.
Not necessarily. But,
I was gonna say not necessarily.
It depends on which freaking part of his two little friends decides to take his soul.
Ragnar, Ragnar's just gonna go up to Varian and just hug him. I'm just gonna say this. I know the struggles of losing someone.
When you hug him,
You
you feel an emptiness.
Okay, well I'm gonna grip him even tighter then if that's the case.
You can feel that he has no soul.
Even knowing that, I'm still gonna say what I'm gonna say. I've lost my parents, lost family, friends, and my entire village when I was just but a boy. And know that even though the short time I've known you, we have not talked that much, my friend. We will fight by your side and respect anything that you are going to do. That's all I gotta say. I don't want to let go of him. But with all this being said, what time of day is it, DM?
It's starting to get dusk.
I think let us be merry in the tavern and just make a little bit more coin while we're here. Why not? We already made over 6,000 gold pieces. Plus the fighting ring. Absolutely amazing. And now that you're here, I can go in the fighting ring.
Varian,
Mm-hmm.
you hear a voice.
Uh-oh.
Enjoy tonight, because this will be your last night you can partake and drink.
Oh, that sucks.
It's interesting. Varian just resonates back to this. I've already forgotten the taste. I do not want it. But man, I could use a face to break.
Oh.
And he looks at
Okay.
Ragnar and says, "Bet all your money on me."
I mean, I was hoping I was gonna get in the ring, but because this is so intense, I think that we're gonna. Is everybody okay with Varian going in the ring?
Can
But-
Varian look around for the biggest, most ugly?
No, have him fight
You see a fucking full-blown orc go. I'll break your face
no,
for you,
no,
sweetheart.
I'm out. We're in the back room still. We
No,
have
no,
my
no. He's
back
walking
still.
out. He's walking out.
Oh, we're all walking out.
What
like,
about-
we're all back?
The
Yeah,
lady
I figured
running
he
to the
was saying,
bar
I want to
that-
break a face and like cracking his knuckles as he walks out.
All right, wait. I got this. But real quick, Apex, what was you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, what about that thing that you guys kind of had set up, where with the lady that was running the bar, that like manhandled drunk guy?
Oh yeah, that was great. I enjoyed that very much.
Like,
I'm
angry
gonna-
chick versus Varian.
I'm gonna talk to the lady I'm gonna take over. Number one. Number two, before I take over, I'm gonna walk up to this. You said it was an orc?
Yeah, he's a full-blown orc. I mean, he stands about 8.5 foot tall,
Is he taller
ugly
than me?
motherfucker. Oh yeah, he's
All right.
huge.
All right, I want to walk up to him. Hey, you! What's your name?
Does it matter?
You know what? For this event, it does. And this is my tavern, so how about you state your name?
Ooh, wait, Grim. I have
Oh,
an idea for a
God.
name. I have an idea for. Can I DM you a name?
Okay. Yep, being a name.
I want to hear this. Okay.
Rogan.
That's-
Do you know that name, Grim?
I hate you.
Do you know who that is?
What is your name?
All bald, many arrows.
He's an orc chieftain.
Yes. I know. I do know who that. Oh my god. Okay, so all right, all right, orc. I got someone that's really, and I mean really, craving a fight. You sure you want to do this?
He snaps his neck. Fist or weapons?
Ragnar's gonna look over at Varian.
Oh, this could be interesting because it could either
Very-
be.
He gets to choose.
Ragnar's gonna look over at Varian. Varian, what have you?
Well, at this point, I actually have to defer to the two angels, Grim, because does Varian recognize who the orc is? Then I wasn't thinking
Yep.
about this. He knows. Obold
He
Varian.
knows who this is.
So what do the angels say to him then? Because of the judgment of who this guy is. So
Kill him where he stands.
shouldn't be in Hammerfell.
You just hear.
Wait.
Hear. Kill him where he stands in unison.
Okay, so
So weapons or fists?
weapons. Varian just pulls out the two angelic blade, the blades that he has, and they light up with angelic fire.
It's a
Ragnar-
gold fire.
Okay. This is. Hey, everybody, go ahead and start placing the bets. We got
As all of a
Varian,
sudden,
and we
this
also
man that looked like he had no weapons reaches back and manifests this massive hammer.
Okay.
And he
All right.
swings it into his hand and goes to the death.
So you want to fight to wait, Orc? You're saying you want to fight to the death?
Can I
Okay.
slightly touch our good friend and give him vigilance blessing?
To
Ooh.
the death.
I think
Wait, you
actually Varian probably would look at Jarl and say, I have to do this myself.
It could be like a trial for him, so I'm okay with that too. So,
To the
Um,
death.
all right.
And he steps into the ring.
So
And you
before-
notice
Go ahead.
the female that was the human female walks over to the ring and goes, well, if it's to the death, and she touches the ring, and all of a sudden you see this shimmer happen around the fucking ring. No one can get in and no one can get out until I
They
say
hear us?
so.
Wait, is this the lady that we like said could have 25% of the profit? Okay.
Yeah,
Time
she
out.
just walks over
I
and
was gonna-
touches the ring.
No, time out. I was gonna tell her that like that kind of got cut off. I'm here. Like that's our money.
No.
No.
She's just touching the ring to protect everybody else.
So she's passively doing this because I
Yeah,
went. all
She
right.
just passively walks over and goes,
Fair
I don't
enough.
care if this makes me money or not.
So in that
But to
case,
protect the patrons. And she touches the freaking ring.
sweet. Does
And-
anybody want to make bets in our party with their money?
Hold on. We're not going to get to bets
I'm
yet.
good.
We're not
Oh,
going to get to
okay.
bets yet.
Okay.
With that, because of Varian's choices, congratulations. You all get a level up.
What?
Yeah.
And as
Wait.
Varian steps into the ring, that is where we're going to end it for tonight. It is 11 o'clock.
Oh, that's so dirty.
Son of a bitch.
Yo, can we?
Oh.
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going.
Are you
Nobody's got
sure?
plans, right?
I don't have any
I'm
plans.
good.
Dude, Apex, I was aiming it for you.
One more hour. One more hour.
On a cliffhanger.
Oh, the cliffhanger's good though. We have to have the cliffhanger.
The cliffhanger worked.
Oh.
Oh, that hurts.
So well.
Also, we made like so that money that I gave to Vane, can I have that back since we didn't pay anything?
Oh yeah, right. Vane hands over his gold immediately and says, "I don't want to piss off Varian. Have you looked at his face recently?
Yeah, I can see that a lot of things have happened. Fair enough. Also, the 6,000 we made, are we dispersing that to everybody?
The 6,000 goes towards the group loot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. I'm okay with that. Fair enough. All right. That's where we at. That is, dude, this camp.
Because you gotta think, there's still more shops that y'all can go to in this place.
I was really hoping to like get into combat, but at the same time, if I've learned anything from D&D, like it's honestly like the storytelling and
This was a good storytelling session, yeah.
yeah, like this was really on point. Like yeah, we got chaotic. My bad.
Listen, I was not expecting some of this. Like, I was expecting to get y'all to the town and the mountain and doing all that. I was not expecting fucking
I'm sorry.
Hermit. Like, Hermit threw a wrench in my cog and I had to think quick.
I thought like that entire time I was thinking like, oh no, I hope he's not upset because I derailed like at the gate. And...
No.
Ragnar, like,
Dude,
there's
I
things that
expect at least one player to be like, I'm not giving my shit up. Fuck you. I'm ready for. I was ready for a combat.
Absolutely gonna hide her
I was
freaking dagger.
totally
Just
about to roll
leave.
for initiative, like at that gate, if it wasn't for Vayne. I'm not gonna lie. I was about to roll for initiative,
And
that would've gone
Kranich.
a whole other way.
And Kranich being a changeling.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting
Not
that.
either, man.
I tried to help you out.
That, like, oh my god, you're a changeling,
Blew my mind.
Nani?
I've done it. This is like my third or fourth time doing it.
No, but I've never been.
That's why you
Me
disappeared in
and Gerald, we are new to the party, so we don't know these
Well,
things.
no, just say
So
it was, like,
just a
found
point of
out. I'm saying,
hands.
like, just did
Do
I
you
don't know
want
if
to
you noticed, I'm having
continue
a
or
little
do
too
you
much
want
fun
to
with you
stop
guys
right
with my
here?
cantrips.
Okay.
Wait.
Hey, show of hands. Do you want to go for 30 more minutes,
Okay.
or do you want to leave it at the cliffhanger?
No, that's not fair to
That's
Lumi.
really
Lumi,
good.
blink 3 times if you want to continue.
1,
1, 2.
2.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, so that's 1, but I mean, we can. Yeah, that's fine. If everyone's saying that, like,
It'll
we
be a
can.
good place to pick it up next time.
It will be because we'd be like, oh wait, I'm sorry, we're doing a fighting cage. Like that would be, yeah, I'm okay.
And
with that.
plus, and it's also better
We gotta
because I have
rework the
to-
character together a
I have
bit.
to really rebuild. I have to
Which
rebuild.
we can do after this round. I'm not going anywhere, my dudes. I have no
Oh, I'm
plans.
Hey, I don't mind jumping up into the freaking chat and having everybody
Yep.
watch me rebuild your entire character.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
want to
rebuild.
talk about my plans in secret.
Yeah, well, me and you will talk about your plans. You just hit me up when you can. You know I'm available.
Also, I had a question, Graham.
Yes.
With the chains, did you do that because I love God of War and Kratos has?
I
his
didn't know
chain
you
with
had.
chaos?
I didn't know you like God of War in the chains. I just thought it was a cool fucking
That
aspect.
was amazing. I just want to say, like in general, with Kratos, he has his like
The Blades of Chaos.
Blades of Chaos. Like
Good night,
wrapped-
tiny Good night, tiny heathens.
Night night.
Oh wait.
We
Oh,
also gotta
good
end the
night,
recording as
Tiny.
well, my dudes. So with that, my
Oh, sorry.
friends,
Hi, YouTube.
Hey,
we ought to say,
1, 2, 3.
is
Is
it
it
Friday
Friday
yet?
Yeah.
See you next time, my dudes. Thank you, everyone.
Yay.
Thanks for joining.
Slap that like button.
Comment, subscribe.
And on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
There is. Hey, guys.
Part of the shrub.